Hello, everyone. Welcome to High Shelf Collective and our one shot of basically Omega Tales, the nifty Mass Effect mod to Cyberpunk Red that High Shelf came up with. By that I mean specifically, obviously, Casey, Taylor, and Kevin, who wrote this wonderful thing, and I'm still kind of amazed that they're letting me run it tonight. Hey! With that, before I get any further in, I think the best thing to do right now is obviously let's go around the table, as it were, and have everyone introduce themselves, their pronouns if they so please, as well as their character that they're playing tonight. And if you want to tell us specifically what you're playing as in terms of what your Cyberpunk role is, but also what your Mass Effect role is. And we will start with Fen.
Fantastic. Hello, everyone. I'm Fen or Fen Achini on the interwebs, at Fenchini, wherever you get your social media these days. I am playing he, any, if for the pronouns, and I am playing Dalus, the Turian medtech engineer. Yeah.
Thank you. Next up, Casey.
Hey, how y'all doing? Name's Casey. He, him. Um, I am playing a Krogan lawman, but don't get it twisted. He ain't no cop. He's security for Omega. He go and slash soldier. So he's got a power suit, maybe some knuckles, maybe a submission net, maybe some other things. We don't know, but he's here to bring pain.
I am very intrigued by that. Next up, Miri.
Hi, I'm Miri. I go by they, them pronouns. I will be playing a Quarian biotic, Sentinel, and then I think probably just tech for the Cyberpunk rulebook. It should be fun.
And Abby.
I'm Abby, and tonight I'll be taking on the role of Celino, the Elcor Starlet, our group's rocker boy, and our pronouns are both she, her.
I won't lie, it's maybe my favorite thing that has ever been said. I'm so excited.
Flattered voice. That. Stop it. You'll make me blush.
Wonderfully excited. And as for myself, hello there. My name is Nate. I will be GMing this tonight. Let's talk about this for a second. So obviously this is Omega Tales. It's a Mass Effect mod / hack of Cyberpunk Red. This is ostensibly the thing that actually brought me to HSC because I randomly found it on Twitter one day 2 years ago and was just kind of like, what the hell? This is perfect. And I've been wanting to run it ever since. So I'm intrigued to see what happens tonight because I maybe made a very intriguingly hard combat encounter later on. We'll see what happens. Not looking at anyone in particular as to why.
Hey, look at all them birds over there.
You're fine. You'll have fun with it. I think you'll survive. I fully believe that. With that, let's get into it. Let's start it up. To quote Miranda Lawson in Mass Effect 2, Omega, what a pisshole. In the Sarabaric system lies the Terminus system's dark, twisted counterpart to the Citadel, a huge mining vessel built from the remains of a massive, irregularly shaped asteroid with twisting streets populated with homes, shops, and warehouses. This is a place where narcotics, weapons, and ezo trafficking are fair game. There's no central government or any form of military control. Omega is a nihilistic, piratical place run by mercenaries and syndicates. It is truly a lawless station. Omega means different things from species to species. For humans, it's simply Omega. For the Asari, the name translates as the heart of evil. The Solarians name it the place of secrets. The Turians call it the world without law, and the Krogan define it as the land of opportunity. While its meaning changes depending on who you ask, one individual exemplifies all of these as Omega's de facto current ruler, Aria Taluk. This crew, as it were, has received a summons. Aria wants to talk. No other info was presented. You can contemplate this all you want, but one thing is certain. No one keeps Aria waiting. So, you do as you're told. You make your way to the afterlife. Because let's be real here, if you want to talk, go talk to Aria. As you sit waiting in this long hallway connected to the main room, waiting to talk to Aria, let's go around the table and have everyone reintroduce themselves as their character. And more or less, my favorite thing, just tell us what you look like. And also, what are you drinking? It is a nightclub after all. And whoever wants to go first.
I'm the leading lady. Of course I've got to go first. Celino is an Elcor, currently gowned in stark white. She's got a few pins where hair would be. She's trying to follow human fashion styles. After the release of Titanic 2 in space, she's really been going well for roles, but then there was a scandal with her co-star, and now suddenly she needs to come down here and get it all handled because apparently he's wrapped up in this business, and she's the only one charismatic to handle it. But for now, she slowly, delicately takes a sip from her bright pink girly drink and emotes, breathily sighs. When will there be a real man at this bar for me to lounge about with and sip her drink?
I mean, my character is sitting at the little bar table, and we're like, "What do you mean? There's plenty of real men here. I mean, look at me." And Kirad, aka Rad or Radical, as sometimes he's called, is a 6'10" beefcake of Krogan. He's only about 400 or 500 years old, give or take, so pretty young by Krogan standards. He is yellow and greenish with piercing yellow eyes. He hails from the Urdnot clan with his red plates. He is in his power armor, that's all scarred up, but unlike most Krogan power armor that is big and bulky, his has been tailored to be form-fitting. So it doesn't look like he can wear regular clothes over it for the most part. But when he's at the club, he's always in his armor. And he's just sitting there, and he is drinking, what did they call it? Ray call. And he's just taking a drink, doesn't even see things. He's like, I mean, if you're interested, I got nothing better to do later on tonight after this meeting.
Offended tone. Are you implying that I'm some kind of floozy? Sips.
I'm just saying, if you want to be with a real guy, I mean, hey.
I'll be sure to ask your brother then.
Why you gotta bring my brother in? See, we don't have to be like this. And he takes a sip. He's like, we don't have to be like this. He betrayed the clan.
Oh, but the way he lifted those light fixtures, though, his muscles flexing. Oh, enough to make a girl faint.
The audacity offended. I didn't do that right. And he drinks more.
Are we done talking about flexing muscles? And Mora she's kind of smaller framed, Quarian, but she's also kind of built. She's wearing kind of gray and kind of brass golden sort of plating armor with a cloak type hood that gradates from a darker red to a lighter or saturated red. And I think she just picked up a random drink, but she's not drinking it, obviously, because they're masks. So she's just like holding it just to be polite, I guess.
Well, if we're not going to be done talking about flexing muscles, we should probably maybe organize what we're doing actually here. And you will see as the fourth member, I think, of this table, a Turian, average height, so somewhere in the 6'4" to 6'5" range, wearing dark gray and with purple accents, Turian armor, very reminiscent of what is in the hierarchy in the Turian Space Force. A sniper, very not prominently, but sniper on his back, and a firearm, more like an SMG, on his hip. No markings, but his crest is still fully present, as he is sitting there with a I want to say a human whiskey on ice. And he kind of looks around and goes, "Do we all know why we're here, or is it just we were called?"
Look, the boss lady wants to talk to us, so whatever she says, we gotta go see what's up.
It's true. I don't see.
Boredom. Hopefully this will be over soon. I would like to return to my villa.
No, I still think I left a pair of shoes there. But also, good to see our sorry friend isn't there tonight.
He takes a long drink.
He will raise his glass and sip as well.
She lucky.
I'll say a waiter, like just a waiter comes up, human, about like 5'8", 5'10", female, just walks up, kind of wearing like a very fancy, maybe over the top cocktail dress. Just walks up like, "Yeah, can I get anything else for you all to drink?"
I'm good. I gotta stay sober for whatever boss lady got for us. Oh, but do you have any?
Affirmatively. I'll cover the tab now. And she just puts up her card. We are not drinking anymore.
They take the card and immediately just like swipe it to clean it off. It's like, all good, here you go. And they lean in like, "I loved you in that movie. That was like, I don't remember it, but it's the ship in space. It was great."
Flustered. "Oh, you're too kind, truly." And I just shoot one elephantine eye over at our lovely Krogan and just mouth, "Don't you dare," very slowly.
I'll behave. Riz will kill me anyway.
Maybe if you had a taste in women like your shoes, maybe you wouldn't be in this situation, as I finish off my drink.
Why are you sassy tonight?
I just shoot a look over at our what you
The waiter nudges you. Oh god, names. I'm always going to be bad about this. Kyrad, and just like, "Don't worry, I'll get you a drink even though you paid. Don't worry about it." Gives you a wink and walks off.
giggling. "Oh, you." We do need to remain professional for work, however, so we must remain aware of our circumstances. This isn't No Time to Die 7 in space.
No Time to Die 7 in space was filmed here on Omega.
I know. I was there. How could you forget her iconic "she steps over a great scene and her dress goes up"?
I fell asleep during that scene.
Yeah, I don't even think I saw that one, to be honest with you.
This makes Rad fall on the floor laughing like Krogan, like, "Ha ha!"
And everyone around you notices that, takes a quick moment to be like, "Okay, I think everything's okay. Just, the Krogan's just laughing. It's good." About 5 minutes go by. Waiter comes back with another drink for you. Just puts it down, and even leans in and says, "Don't worry, this one's not added to the tab that was just paid. It's on the house." And they walk away.
Coquettish. Are you trying? I think they're trying to seduce me, and I lean in. just conspiratorially to our lovely Corian.
Just make sure it's not poisoned.
Impossible. We Elcor have an impossibly high tolerance for all things that would render your species weak. And I sip it. I shoot it, actually, all the way down in one shot. Very fast for an Elcor.
I think that's enough alcohol. You're really extra. Remember, we gotta talk to Aria still.
I am what we refer to as a professional. I will be fine.
As you say Aria's name, almost like magic, a Batarian walks up, kind of immediately stops in front of the four of you, and just doesn't even ask for your names or anything, just like, follow me, and starting to walk away already from the group.
All right, Alan. That's actually his actual name, is the security guard's name. The Batarian's name, Alan.
I will take it. Do you follow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Cool. When you follow, if you've played ME2, I'm going off exactly how it looks. You have that long hallway before you enter the main room. So like you're walking, you get to that door opens up, and then the thing that kind of hits you is just, it is so red. Like the walls are red all over as blue, like kind of neon lighting hits from all angles. Ostensibly, it's the inside of the afterlife. It's the only club on Omega that matters. Each and every corner is occupied with people as far as the eye can see. So humans, Salutarians, you name it, you see it. I'm even going to say there's a Hanar off in the corner. Just this one is pleased to enjoy their drink. Drinks, dancing, conversations, and heavy bass pounding throughout. That said, there's really no time for fun. You got a meeting to make. So, as was just said, you follow the Batarian, whose name is Alan, forgot that. You make your way through the crowds. They lead you up to an area sort of in the back. It's like a small set of stairs, stopping once they turn a corner onto a loft overlooking the floor below. And that's where you see them. Everyone knows them. Everyone knows their look. It's iconic. A white jacket with black accent marks here and there. What looks like black leather pants, basically. And that perfect Asari hair, like top, as it were. And you hear that very distinctive voice that just says, "That's close enough." As she says that, the Batarian kind of takes out what looks like a scanning device. It's just like, "Please stand still. We just got to confirm you are who you are. I believe you are, but boss lady's, got to listen to the boss lady."
Playfully
And if you
offended.
move, it takes
You don't
longer.
recognize this face?
Oh, here we go.
I mean,
Shh. When you say that, Aria slightly turns her head to see you. It's like, I may know who you are, but that doesn't mean you are exactly who you say you are. Let the scan prove that for us.
I'll have to outact a scan then, damn.
Scanning device kind of just takes a second. It's like, they're all clean. And she fully turns around, and it's just, you've all seen her face here and there. You've been on Omega long enough. You know exactly what she looks like. Take a seat. Let's talk. And she just sits down, not waiting for any of you to take a seat.
I mean, I'll sit. I don't know. Where y'all want to sit? Because if y'all don't, I'll sit next to her, or as close as I can get.
hey, you do that. I think. I think Dallas purposely sits as far away from Celino as he can get.
Seleno is staring daggers at Dallas as she sits down, like just touching up her makeup very slowly in awkward fashion.
Because Mora's gonna mediate and sit directly in between those motherfuckers.
You don't need another lover's spat!
And just like
When you do that,
crosses their arms.
Mara, when you do that, Aria actually laughs. And it's not like a cackle, it's just like a very subtle. That's funny. Have you had drinks at all tonight? I'm assuming you have. I've heard about someone giving you a free drink a little bit ago.
Uh-oh.
I think it was just Kyrad that got that.
Yeah.
Rest all paid for. Well, think Salino was kind
I
enough
have the
to pay for
drink.
all
Well,
of
if you
ours.
want another, consider the drinks on the house for this next round, if you so choose. I like to talk business with a good drink in hand, if possible.
Flattered. I'm not a role act. Sorry, no, that's not the term. What's the term? Flattered. I'm not a method actor. I would prefer to remain sober for our conversation. Although being a gung-ho, swinging badass would be interesting.
See, so much shit. You know what? I'll take a raincoat. Thank you.
She snaps her fingers. Someone immediately goes to get it. Anyone else?
Top up on whatever this was.
Again, snap of the fingers. Someone else goes and gets that for you. And like not even like waiting a minute, you both have a drink in hand in less than a minute. Let's get down to business, shall we? I have a job I want the four of you to work. We are to keep this on the down low. I don't want any information being leaked to anyone with this. Am I clear?
Crystal.
Absolutely.
She looks at the Batarian, who again, Alan, that's just my favorite thing. I'm gonna laugh so hard about that. That's my favorite thing now. She looks at him, gives him a head nod, and then all the other people that are in that area, because you're not alone. There's the four of you, that's her, there's the Batarian, and then there's like 6 other people on the opposite end, all just sitting down on a couch, kind of guarding and watching. She dismisses them and they all leave. It's just the 4 of you and the Batarian. This is to stay private. Again, okay? About over the past month, 3 people of well-known status here in Omega have been found dead. I do not know why. I do not know the circumstances as to that. I want you to find out what's going on, especially as I'm being pegged as the one who took them out, which I'll be frank, if I'm going to take someone out, I'm not going to be subtle about it. This, though, this is not my type of work. This was very clean. This was precise. This was calculated. And it seems like someone is trying to blame me, and I want you to figure out what's going on.
Is this before or after the suicide mission?
This is very much, that's a great question. I am pegging this in a very weird state of, this is, in my opinion, it's very much after suicide, and it's very much after Archangel. Because she looks at you and says, people are thinking this, those who, because the rumors are about this here and there, people are claiming this might be a return of Archangel. I don't think that for a second. She gives this very interesting look in her eyes, like, I know for a fact it's not them. But I want whatever is going on to be figured out, solved, and taken care of. Hence, the 4 of you.
How much does it pay?
I will give each of you 2,000. And if you give me more proof of who this is, I'll add an extra 1,000 on top.
How about a head?
Extra 500.
Let's fucking go.
Offended scoff. I see we're already turning to barbarism. But as they say, time is money.
And speaking of time, how much time do we have exactly?
Pretty much as soon as you can, get going and make it happen. I don't really know what the timetables are on this, but I want it solved now. I don't want delays on this. I want it taken care of immediately. Pretty much the 3 people who got taken out, they all kind of did not approve of my being in power, as it were. But at the same time, there's a lot of people on this rock that don't like me in power. All 3, in some way or other, had ties to the Blue Suns. From what I was told from those who have inspected the scenes of where the crimes happened, doesn't seem like a big fight was put up in any way. Like, any weapons that could have been used were located nowhere near them whatsoever. And the thing that I believe, clearly this is a very calculated hit job. All 2 of them had clean shots right through the head. One had a clean shot right through the chest. You don't do stuff like that. It's just some gung-ho person trying to make a name for themselves. No, you're someone who clearly knows what you're doing.
All right.
Any
Yeah.
broke?
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay. Any other information, bullet casings, or maybe not bullet casings, packs, energy packs, I should say. Broken
Un-
windows.
Annoyed tone. Surely we want to ask last known location?
High caliber shots, very much not done on close range. 2 of them were very much, you okay, bud?
It's a wasp. I'm being attacked by a wasp.
No, wait,
You do what you need to do. I will continue. Please be safe. Take care of your stuff first.
I'm gonna shut my camera off while I go to battle. Die, you bitch.
I'm so happy that got on this.
Kyrez is off fighting a wasp in Omega.
And that was the last we saw of our. No, I'm kidding. For Daedalus, she looks at you. It's like, well, ones that were in the head, high caliber rounds, not at close range. Those were distance shots. Someone took their time to plan that shot and make sure they got it lined up perfectly. So that was some form of sniper rifle of sorts. One in the chest, the way we've looked at it, because it looks much bigger than it should have, that was clearly someone was caught off guard and took it right in the back in close range. That one we think might have been some form of modified pistol. We're not sure. We're still kind of trying to run analytics on it and whatnot.
Have you considered that it's more than one person?
I have. For once, I'm in the dark and I don't know, and I don't like that.
Affirmative tone. Where was this last murder occurring?
Last murder was about a week ago. We have not seen or heard anything since. We have had the spot completely cleaned up, as it were, scrubbed clean. The problem we are having is trying to find out what others might know, or if there is anyone else that might be connected to the 3 that have been taken out. Best advice I can give, check the markets. You never know what you'll hear people talk about. Just sometimes listening to what people say is always enlightening on Omega. I would also recommend, there is a merchant by the name of Marsh. He runs literally a place called the Omega Markets. Maybe they sold something recently that might come up as alarming or intriguing. Who knows? You can also check with Harriet at Harriet's Emporium if you so choose. Takes a very long look for a second at you, Celino. It's like, fellow Elcor.
Happy chuckle. It'll be good to be a Bond girl again. It's been a while since I've taken on the role of persuasive seductress. She does a little hair flip, but it just looks like her moving her tiny little head.
Aria actually chuckles. It's like, exactly.
Would you prefer us to leave without any violence? If I'm here to be persuasive, then surely there is no need of cleanup.
I mean, it's Omega. Violence is going to happen regardless of if you try to be quiet about it. I leave that up to your discretion. If something bad happens and it's a lot louder than it needs to be, I'll do the best I can to clear it up. So no worries on that. Do what you got to do the best way you can. She looks at you very long for about 10 seconds and is like, yeah, but watch the property damage.
Oh, you know I ain't gonna do no property damage, ma'am. I'm a close-up fighter.
Good. Any other questions?
Any security cam footage?
know what? This is a weird thing because I did not think about this, but I want you to do it. Roll for some reason either
Oh, shit.
conversation or
Okay.
persuasion.
I'm gonna give you probably persuasion because my
So on the
empathy-
sheet, that's a good question because I was going to make sure to point this out.
Yeah,
On the
I know where
character
to go.
sheet, it is under, oh God, my
Social.
wonderful. Social. It's under social. Thank you. Yeah.
17 is gonna be the number that comes up for that.
That's good enough. That's exactly what I was looking for. She looks at you, looks at the Batarians like, show what you got. It's like, yes, ma'am. And for some reason, you're kind of confused why she might not want to show this because you're really confused by it. You all get this footage that just pops up in front of you. And if I'm breaking the tech in Mass Effect, I don't care. This is how my brain works. You all get a perfect like screen that pops up. The annoying thing is you'd imagine in the future it'd probably be crystal clear. It's not. It's still grainy because you know what? That's just something you'll never be able to fix, in my opinion. I still deal with that as a photographer. It's going to be a thing that happens for the rest of our lives. Screen pops up. You have a very vivid thing where someone actually was able to scrub security footage off the one who got shot in the back, point blank range. And you have this weird moment where you're kind of confused because the way the footage looks is it looks like someone who looks exactly like Aria wearing an outfit that's extremely similar just shows up, person doesn't even see it, walks right behind them, and bam, they immediately go down and that person walks away. You don't ever see their face. The only thing that's tricky is you can't see what their face looks like because it's getting distorted. So either they had a piece of tech on them that was hiding their face, but regardless, the outfit looks 100% like what Aria's wearing right now.
Would the back of the head also match in Asari's?
You're not sure. It's being scrambled so
That's
bad
also-
that you
that's
can't
okay.
actually tell.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And she's looking at you like, I don't want people seeing this because if they look at it, they're just going to assume it's me. Even though, to be honest, I'm not sure I would ever use a scrambler to hide my face. Like, it's kind of hard to do that at this point.
Sarcastic. Clearly, they're trying to frame you. This is a classic tactic, just like in my first movie with Bond.
She smiles. It's like, yeah, I actually saw that one. That was enjoyable.
Well,
It's like they ripped it right from the plot.
Indeed.
Nate, can I roll criminality to see if possibly this, being that I've been hired security before, if I've run across any familiar cases or any gangs that kind of have this kind of body sculpting tech, or any doctors also.
Yeah,
That
roll
do
it.
that. I only have a
Onions.
9 in it, so let's just see.
It's always fun. You never know. 18.
Oh shit!
I'm going to screw things up a little bit because brain. You've kind of seen stuff like this before as security. You know, like there is like tech out there, or hell, cyberware to be better lingoed. That if you want, someone wants, they can go buy security like cameras, and they will never show up on screen. It just completely can hide their face, subterfuge them here and there. You only know people who have quite a bit of money are able to afford that type of thing, or you have contacts probably who've worked in like military or spec ops stuff or has done security on that level. If you won't want someone to see your face, you're able to get stuff that can do that if you're trying to be hush hush.
Well,
But like the average person, not a type of thing you'd find on the average person walking the streets of Omega.
and maybe some of the bigger gangs, outside forces, maybe. I mean, that the scrubbing, Miss Talok, is in 7, military grade. Oh, like even Krogan Spec Ops groups can have that, though it's kind of hard to. We don't usually bother with it.
I know some of our team like to employ it.
Yeah. Again, take a trip to the markets, ask the merchants what they might know, because knowing them, they probably sold something they shouldn't have. And if they did, I would love to talk to them. And she gives the most unnerving smile you can ever think about.
Or if it's recent, somebody might have installed it.
That too.
It is cyberware.
That is cyberware. Yeah. Kay, she looks at you for a second. It's like, by the way, you don't have to call me Miss Taluk. Just Aria's fine.
I was raised with manners, but Aria.
I appreciate that, but first name basis is probably better. It's fine. Any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Again, these murders aren't good business. I don't need people getting the wrong idea about me or assuming if you speak against me, I'll shoot you down. I mean, granted, it's happened before, but not like this. I didn't really
Hardly.
worry
Your
or care
style's
about.
not so sloppy.
No, I'm very much. If you are someone I don't want, I will make sure you know it, clear as day, and then you'll just leave Omega, so I don't have to do anything more personal than that. As for these 3 who died, look, I didn't really know them that well, but publicly they were well-liked people. Just find out who's behind this and take care of it. And as mentioned, I will make sure you're paid very well. But as I said, if there's no more questions, get the hell out of my club and do the job. And she immediately stands up and actually walks away from you guys.
We'll stand up when she does. And
when you stand up, she shouts quickly behind as she takes 1 second to turn around. It's like, oh, and don't worry about the tab on those drinks. It's paid for. She even looks at you, specifically Selena, is like, your card was not needed. And then walks away.
I was only
She
trying to be a
outpowered.
good hostess.
oh,
I was
as
going
is
to be
Aria.
outpowered mood.
Mhm. Yeah, you're now just sitting in that loft overlooking everyone down below. Just you.
I mean, I'm gonna get so like his helmet drops because he has integrated helmet, and he's calling Drama and Riz. He's like, "Oh hey,
Hey, what's up? That's
Maybe
Drama responding first. Riz is there, just quiet.
if you two are done messing around, we got work to do. We got a contract for Mr. Loke. Meet the crew over at the markets. We hunting."
Wait, like, okay. On it immediately. It's like, be there soon. Just shuts it off the camera. Drama's like you see Drama scrambling, like, ah, and then turns the camera off.
Always so animated.
The Batarian walks up to you guys because he's the one left standing. It's like, when the job's done, just contact me. I'll act as your relay to Aria. Sound good? And they immediately turn their Omni tool on. You immediately have their contact info. Immediately, all 4 of you.
Cool.
Works for us.
Happy hunting.
Thank you.
You're muted, by the way.
Can I scan for a virus for that contact?
Oh yeah. Roll. Oh god, I always get this screwed up. Would that be security and tech check, which is under when you go to the character sheet? Because I know it's your first time.
Mm-hmm.
There is a tab that you can scroll to that'll say, I believe it's tech.
Technique. It's full name.
Technique.
Yep.
Thank you.
And
Yep.
that'll be-
Electronic
on the button
security
and it'll-
check.
Yes.
Yep. And you just click it, and then
Okay.
it's already there. Sweet.
And it'll roll it.
16.
16's enough. There's no virus on it.
All right, cool.
They're literally just sending you contact info.
Okay.
They even notice probably that you're taking them. Like they can't see your face in
Yeah.
full, but they're looking at you like, I promise it's just a message. I'm not going to try to give anything weird. That's just I'm not that talented.
You never know.
That's why
They
I
give
like
you a
about
subtle head
Yumora.
nod, and they're like, touche. Again, happy hunting. And then they walk away to go follow Aria.
Well, does any of y'all have a car? Hover car, or are we taking the taxi?
There has to be a really high-end taxi service on Omega, right? There's
Oh,
gotta be.
100%.
Oh, absolutely. I've already gotten my little cyber arm to pull out and dialing on my phone. We're not taking one of your trash mobiles to the markets. I need to be seen in high fashion. And just call up a driver.
There's nothing wrong. Listen here, princess. There's nothing wrong with our taxi service. It is quite nice. It's all automated. The VR is
Furious.
quite
There
nice.
was gum on my rear the last time we took one of your taxis. Do you know how long it takes for my kind to regrow skin?
He just puts his helmet down. He's just like, I got nothing. I don't even know how to even respond to that.
You know, just about
Uh,
everything. I have missed this. And he'll finish his drink and begin walking out.
I don't know if I have. And Mora will also go out.
I love that so much. Because I think this is funny because I want to do this. I need to make a roll out of this for calling a taxi because I just think that'd be fun. I'm just gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna give the option of I don't think it's basic tech because you're using it right now. It's not. I want to just know. I guess like I don't know if persuasion would make sense on this, but I want to find. You know what? I have an easier way. Roll your luck. So roll a d10. And I believe if Casey, please keep me in check on this. It's rolling above the luck means it's success, correct?
No, under.
Or below, because that way
You're
higher
gonna
number
roll a
works better.
d10, and if the number is below the luck number that you have, you will easily get that high fancy taxi. If it's above, you're getting a regular taxi.
It is exactly my luck. 8.
Then know what? I'll be nice. You get the fancy taxi. So all of you, you put a call in, and they're like, "Oh, immediate, Miss Selena. We are on our way. We'll be right there in the next few minutes."
Decadence. Truly, you will realize how nice it is to sit in true Elcor leather seats.
Wait, the seats are made of Elcor?
Selena just slowly turns her head over to Mora. No, they were developed by Elcors. Asari seats are sticky.
Sweet son
Alright.
child.
Okay.
Yep. Sorry, seats are sticky.
She's just gonna
No,
grab
it
her
brings up a-
feather boa around her big shoulders and just head out.
God, this makes me now wonder: is leather seats a thing in the flotilla? I wonder.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably.
It's
not.
probably just like synthetically made.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
possibly.
like 7 because they're like 700 years old.
Yeah,
Mm.
true.
Oh yeah, that is true.
They have
all of you
fabric,
had-
so maybe it's just fabric.
Yeah.
Oh, that is true. Actually,
It's
Touche.
1980s bus fabric from a Greyhound bus is in the flotilla.
Oh my god, what an amazing color scheme.
Taco
Oh my
Bell.
Oh my god, like yeah, the Taco Bell plastic. Oh.
It's
Yeah.
just 19. You know what? It works because that's what it looks like in the court seat. They look
Oh
like
my God.
1990s restaurant seating, booth seating.
And now I want tacos. All four of you make your way back out front. You go through the bar. Again, just red everywhere. It's like, this is a very me reference to say it loud. It's like a 1970s giallo horror film with how red it is. It's just super saturated, super vibrant. And then you walk back out in that hallway, it's just as saturated, super vibrant. And then you walk out front, out of the building. It's like, oh, everything's not as saturated anymore. This is great. My eyes aren't killing me from seeing all this red. There is the fanciest taxi service, like taxi vehicle you've ever seen in your life. It is, because I want to be ostentatious with this, because I feel like our Elcor would ask for this. It's like gold plated. The door opens up and it's exactly as you described with those seats. And because I want to add a fun little thing to it that I was thinking about the entire time you were describing that, there's even glasses of champagne on each seat, and it is configured exactly to what your actual palate is able to take. Because obviously Quarians can't eat or drink the same things as Turians. Turians can't do that either. So like it has literally names labeled on it ahead of time, because I feel like Selena would have totally done that.
Please, everyone, have a seat. David here is my favorite driver, even though he's human.
Damn.
Have David and I interacted before?
I think David was my fling after we flung.
Ah,
Because
sweet,
like you
okay.
saw, I took him to the red
Perfect.
carpet day
Yeah,
after we
yeah.
broke up.
Yeah,
Like,
okay, cool.
Ooh, baby.
Just gotta wave
Love
at
this.
David and go, hey.
They just wave.
Perfect.
What a lovely not suspicious at all cab. We won't be seen for miles away.
Don't be ridiculous. They're not going to be looking at you. They're going to be looking, and I again do a hair flip, but my little boa just moves slightly on my little big old elephantine body at me. Now treat yourselves. And I kind of just shove a glass into Mora's hand.
I just look over at Finn. I forgot your character's name.
Dayless.
I look at Dayless, and I just like rip with the really. This was your rebound, really?
Well, you just get that look of like, well, you just gotta sips the champagne that has been provided. That has is it our names or is it our species? That is.
It has your names on it,
Okay.
and it even specifies like this is safe to drink for you. We like it's making sure all safety precautions have been put in place.
He looks at the glass for and then takes a sip of it and just goes, well, when in Rome, or the Turian equivalent of that. For
I mean, he just drinks his red.
Always goes back to the Roman Empire.
I mean, they really are Roman.
Yeah, literally.
Just before the card starts, Selena's just gonna look over at David and say, "Would you mind playing one of my film hits, Elcor and Leather?"
Mother.
I mean, it was like, yes, ma'am. It starts playing.
Yeah, like one of those like
immediately.
little car TVs, just whoop.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm calling my boy Zen next time. I'm just ride with him next time.
And as you do that, the vehicle takes off and goes right to the markets. It's not that long of a ride. I mean, I'd imagine everything's pretty quick, so only like a few minutes go by. Immediately you touch down, and as our wonderful Krogan brought up, like the car is not subtle at all. So immediately when you land, everyone just kind of stares and is like, is something happening? Like, why is there like this gold-plated like vehicle? Like, what's going on? And then you all walk out. You have a moment where some people are very much like hush hush, being like, you know who that Elcor is, right? Like, oh my god, do you know who that is? So it's clear as day. It's like you're not being subtle at all. There's no way to be subtle.
I actually, if I could make a roll to like even just like bedazzle the crowd while they slip off and go find our merchant, I'll pose for
Oh,
paparazzi. I'll draw the paparazzi over.
Charismatic impact.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do your roll ability with that one. So I think you can just roll the roll ability if I remember correctly on roll 20.
Charismatic
For-
impact.
yeah,
Yeah, do that 100% because that's exactly what.
Oh no! I failed. I'm gonna get TMC is gonna ask me about my affairs. Oh my
My
god!
favorite thing is when you roll a 1, you get to roll it. Roll
So-
a 10 for you again, and then you subtract it. It's my
But
favorite thing.
would that also then proc another 10 roll because it rolled a 10? Because they
No,
stack
it's
in both.
only when it happens the first time.
Really?
It's
I thought it
thankfully
stacked.
not double exploding dice because I feel like that'd be an awful negative.
Okay.
Also, that is amazing that you rolled another 10. That's incredible.
That,
Or you rolled a 10.
it explodes twice going up, explodes once going down.
What
Gotcha.
was it specifically you were hoping for? Again,
To draw the paparazzi's eye, to like make a big crowd, make a big fuss.
you do that, but then nothing happens. Everyone's just like, okay, another famous person on Omega, and they all just go back about their business. You had that 10 seconds of like, oh, interest, and then everyone else is like, yeah, we're on Omega, time to go back to doing our regular things. Just get
That's
by.
because of that skank Karina who took my last roll.
I'm pretty sure it has nothing to do with that. But anyway.
Could be that we're on a death rock, and people got money to make.
Scoff. Clearly, that skank has been showing her gills to everyone who will look. Let's hurry up.
I love that. So much.
Who's this again?
Damn, calm down the racism a little bit.
I mean, damn. That's like
How do you? So with this, as I mentioned, you have the markets. You got two people Aria pegged technically, which was Harriet, who owns Harriet's Emporium, very well known Elcor in this area, respectable businessman. Then you also have the Omega Markets, which is owned by a Batarian named Marsh. And then she also just recommended, like, you never know what you can find by just listening to what people are talking about. So whatever you decide to do. let me know.
You want to go talk to your people, boss lady? Seeing how you've been the one directing this circus.
Offended. I'm no director. I'm made for the camera. But certainly, I can use my charismatic pull to see if this fellow Elcor has any information.
I want you to, every time you say something so profound, I want your Elko to like just look off into the distance like
Oh,
that.
absolutely. Just
All right, I was like,
the camera is zooming in on her. She's giving a monologue. The light shines down on her hide. All that.
he just gets up to your face and looks up where you're looking up. I'm like, are you trying to? There's no camera there.
Life is the camera, my friend. And let's go find this Elcor.
Your therapist is getting into your head. I tell you what.
Not deep enough.
Do you all follow, or do you split off?
Mora's gonna split off.
Where are you headed?
So they're gonna go to Harriet's?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to Harrods. You're gonna go to the other one.
Harriet's, yeah, the other one.
Yeah, I gotcha. Do you follow along with as they go over there? 'Cause I know you were just asking.
I think if you're game for it, he'll look at the two of them, look back at Mora, and go, "Can I come with you?"
Please.
All right, and then he'll just go. We'll catch up.
I love that. What we'll do first is we'll deal with Harriet. Both of you walk into their shop. I would say you've both been on Omega for a while, and you know the name. Like, it's just a well-known shop in the area. Like, if you're looking for stuff, they probably have it. It's the same with when I switched to the Omega markets. You also know if you go to that place, there's a lot of goodies there, but also stuff that's clearly not being listed. So we'll get into that. But for now, we will go with Harriet, who just. I love that I have to speak Elcor. You walk in, it's like tentatively excited. Welcome. What can I do for you? He also has like a cigar in his mouth.
He's got
That's my favorite thing from the game. Because there's just this floating cigar, and you're like, how is that staying there? Okay.
I've got an idea. I'm going to hit on him and see if he knows anything about this. So we walk in, I hit a pose.
Yeah.
Why, hello there, handsome. Coquettish tone. I was just wondering what wares you might be able to offer a little lady in this big city like myself.
Nope.
Please roll persuasion. As my face just went so red.
24.
24.
She's hot. She's an Elcor 11.
I love that. How to say that? Blushing. Hello there. Welcome. Okay. How may I help you?
Would you mind pulling out any of your fine jewelries? My companion is more interested in wares of the mind, if you catch my drift. Wink, nudge.
You got any pistols?
Any pistols? When you say that, they look at you, and if there's like a raised eyebrow look, they give it to you. It's like inquisitive. Any specifically?
Oh, I don't know. An old blood pack type of pistol, one shot, one kill, very powerful type kind of pistol. Very hard to come by. Very illegal, even on Omega.
It's hard to read their expression. They just kind of give this dead stare, like disappointment. Sadly, no blood pack weapons are being sold at this time from this emporium. I can recommend across the way. You can check another stall for that.
I want to roll human perception. I'm calling
Same.
bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on that. I know this.
All right, go ahead. When you said jewelry, they immediately there's like a floating sort of device that just brings out an entire tray of like the most gorgeous things you can think about, like that you can either decorate yourself with, hang off an ear, like rings here and there, even like gold bands you could wrap around your arms, like just. Oh yeah, what'd you get? 14.
15 from me.
For both of you, it's hard to tell. They have such a dead sort of, like, not dead, that's a mean way to put it. They have such a very difficult facial expression to read at the moment that you're just like, I can't really tell, because they are very much like, I just want to sell the things that I have.
I want to probe a little deeper because I think he might just be hiding behind that innocent merchant fixture, and I'm gonna try a little. I'd like to make an interrogation roll. Essentially, I'm gonna like
Yeah, do it.
try on this necklace, like very femme fatale. Just, are you sure? Perhaps there are things even an actress wouldn't want to try for a method role.
Give me an interrogation roll. Let's see how it goes.
19.
19. That's always good. They look at you and like just unsure. I promise you there is nothing behind the table that would interest you in regards to illegal goods. I don't deal with that at the moment. Bad incident a few months ago with some goods that maybe should not have sold. Trying
Fluttering
to be
my lashes. Maybe you could tell us who?
go across the way, talk to the ones at the Omega Market, at the Omega Markets. Someone named Marsh should help you out with that. As for me, if you like jewelry, and again, they have an entire tray for you that is like beautiful, gorgeous, stunning Elcor jewelry that is like very different forms of like, if you want gold, you got gold. You want silver, you got silver. There's even platinum, which makes you go like, how do you have platinum out of here all of a sudden? And there's even some that are like perfectly shimmering with what looks like a tiny hint of like element 0 EZO attached to it, so it's giving off this interesting bluish glow.
Yeah, she's gonna
Oh.
buy friendship bracelets for all her friends, but like she's gonna look at K-Rad and just go, "Admirable. Thank you for your assistance. I'll catch up with you. I have purchases to make."
So real quick, I want to take a look at that, and I want to roll criminology again because everything was kind of high end, but the EZO stuff and the platinum.
Oh yeah,
was
100%. Please roll that.
I was like, okay, hold on, homie. Oh,
I have a great response depending on how you roll this.
that's right. It's under education. That's right.
Yeah, I regret nothing. Based off this answer, I regret nothing.
Oh shit! I got a 12. Come on. I
They
think
look at you, legitimate. Everything is legal and not everything is fine and legal. I promise you.
yeah, and I'm clan
Nothing.
warlock.
If there nothing quote unquote is bad going on here.
Mm-hmm. Just like how you almost ran that poor Corian boy right on out of business. But you know what? I'm not here to look for that right now.
If they could like shrug their arms, they would. They just shrug their shoulder.
Uh-huh.
Business is business.
I whisper into Abby, I'm sorry.
It's so fine. I had to go and check. Celino.
Celino, I'm like, I just whisper as quiet as possible. And I'm like, before you like when you make sure you get a receipt with that and check it. And I'll wander over with the other group. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna let them handle that. I'm gonna just go into the market. I'm gonna be Krogan and just kind of venture around and see if anything catches my attention at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
I
as
will
you
say
leave, you
this.
hear like, "Merchant, perhaps you would help me try this on."
Tentatively excited. Yes, ready to help a wonderful customer at
Yes.
any moment.
I really don't.
I'm alive and looking forward to speaking like this all day.
As the door shuts, he pulls out a cigar and lights it, and he's just like, I really don't see what he saw in her. She's a sweet gal, but what the fuck?
What I will have you do is, you said you're gonna now just kind of meander through the markets. If you want, you can make a couple of rolls. I will give you options because I feel like that's fun. You can either do a concentration, lip reading, or human perception roll, whichever one intrigues you.
Ooh.
And I'll let you know now they all have very different DV numbers because I decided to make my life hell.
Damn. All right. I got a
I will say
13.
lip reading is a very high DV because lip reading.
Yeah, and I know I didn't put anything in lip reading because why would I ever? But I did.
I know,
put,
it's the one. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
I
why I
got a
put that
13 in
check in there.
concentration. Do I want perception, concentration? You know
Sometimes
what?
with Cyberpunk, you look at the skill sheet and you're like, that's a lot of skills. I wonder which skill I can pick that no one's ever going to want to touch and see if they actually can succeed. It's like,
Damn
yes.
it. Selino is such high ranking in that, but she's being a skank right now for
Yeah,
fun jewelry.
she is. That's on you.
When you're done, I'm not going to say no to it, so you can do it after you're done getting fine jewelry for everyone. Because
Yeah, I'm getting groped in a jewelry shop. Y'all go investigate.
Jesus, I'm gonna do concentration.
By all means, please roll that. See what you get, and then I will switch to the other two.
Ooh, I got a 19.
That is good enough. You take a second. You probably just wander, but you do that thing where you keep your hearing open and you just do everything you can to just listen. And the main thing you pick up is it seems like everyone is very much aware of these 3 murders that have happened. And the main consensus right now is that a lot of people are just like, Omega is a free place, but at the same time, it seems like right now we can't really speak our minds out of fear of someone taking us out. And the name's not being said, but it very clearly is being pegged that Aria is the one that everyone's very much not happy with at the moment, because it seems like you can't say anything bad about her. She's going to take you out because these three well-known people who were with the Blue Suns just got taken out. And they're not sure if this is this like a gang related or a thing or whatnot. Everyone's just like, we don't talk about it. You don't want to have a target on your back.
Is there anyone that's being particularly loud? Not loud, but like agitated. Like, is there any particular conversation that a person seems agitated?
You know what? You got 19. I'm going to say that's good enough for this as well. I will give this to you free of charge for that because you got a 19. And also because I don't want to make someone roll multiple rolls for this something. I think that's silly. Picking up on that, you kind of also pick up on body language as well. And no agitation. It's just more trepidation and worry. Like, it's weird because, you're on Omega. People don't, to be blunt about it, people don't give a shit what someone else thinks about them, really. Like, you're there to kind of just do your own thing, make your goods, sell your goods, make money off it. At the moment, a lot of people you're seeing and hearing are all very self-conscious about what they're saying out loud and are kind of being more hush-hush than they've been before.
Okay, well,
people just aren't sure, is this Aria or is it someone else? And then every now and then you keep hearing Archangel, but you know directly from Aria that it's clearly not them. They have it on good authority. It's not them.
Also, being ex-Blood Pack, I think I would know what happened to Archangel because
I also feel like being ex-Blood Pack 100%.
I'm like, yeah, no, he fucking disappeared. But I'm gonna find a noodle stand.
Oh, 100%, yes. Because my brain doesn't work this well. What's the name of the noodle stand? I'm going to let you name it.
Kato's Secret.
Kato's Secret. I'm going to write that down because I will pretty much forget that if I don't write it down. You ordering noodles? Because I'm assuming yes.
Well, noodles and then the closest thing to fish they got. Think of like that squid thing that was Jar Jar Binks got in episode 1. He's trying to get something like that.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I had an immediate mental image. You immediately. I'm going to say there's even a. Oh, let's get this one. There is a Krogan behind the bar who's the one serving the food. You're like, I got you. Don't worry.
Yo, what's up, brother?
What's up? I'll make sure you get a big plate too, buddy.
Fuck yeah.
And take a moment to enjoy food, because hell yes, I'm going to switch to Dallas and Mora. You go out to, literally, it's called Omega Markets. I triple checked this because I was like, it can't be that. I don't remember it being that. It's like, nope, it's in the game. It's exactly called that, which is so confusing when you're in the Omega Marketplace, but there's an Omega Markets. Confusing. Both of you walk up. You just see there's a Batarian behind the counter who's got like that sort of like 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 a device that they're just scrolling through, checking out inventory. Basically, it's like, yeah, what can I do for you today?
Curious. Do you happen to have a inventory for more of these? And he'll kind of gesture towards the sidearm on his hip. That is, as he kind of unsheathes it and gives it a little more air to breathe, you very clearly can see that it is a blood pack crusher. And he kind of holds it out for a moment before sliding it back into the holster.
Roll conversation or persuasion, whichever one's higher.
Persuasion. That's going to be the one. 18.
That's good enough. They actually put what they were looking at down. Like, that is a very impressive piece of tech. Something exactly like that, or something along the same lines?
Whichever. I'm just curious if there is more of these I can find. This one's still jamming.
Well, I did recently just had someone come in and purchase a rather uncommon weapon on Omega. It was an M358 Talon.
I would know. My character would know what that is. My brain is failing.
It's a
me.
and what was strange about it is it wasn't like your normal pistol. Like, there was a mod on it where it's like high caliber barrel at the end.
Gotcha. So
yeah, I don't usually see stuff like that on here that often. Like, I got it and I very kind of am happy I got rid of it. I don't want goods like that. It felt kind of got a weird feeling off it.
Okay. Do you know who you sold it to?
Funny enough, let me check. They pull out like their data pad basically, and they try to scroll through it, and they're like, it's funny. I don't really remember what they look like because it was one of those days where you work too long of a shift and then your brain just completely dumps it. But also, they even show you what they're looking at. I don't have a name with it. Like, I swiped the card, got paid for it. No info popped up on that at all whatsoever.
Do you have security cameras in your shop?
I do, but not in the front. They have been they are not working at the moment. We've had a tech issue for the past few weeks where they've been a pain in the ass to fix. And they look at you specifically very much like, more like, if you want, I would easily pay for someone of your skills, I imagine, who can fix that.
Let's see if I actually can.
If you want to, I would just say you could either do security and tech, or even just regular cyber tech as a role.
Okay,
And
all under technique.
cyber tech.
I was like, in your role ability, because you're a techie, you can go down in the edit, add security tech or electronic security, and you get your role ability plus your cyber security, your electronic security role combined. It gets ridiculously high.
Yeah, tech.
Because I have a friend who once rolled a 36 on a tech check, and I was like, I hate you so much for putting that many points into that.
So edit and then what? What am I doing?
So you should be able, after you do your edit, you should be able to, like, you got little 4 drops, and you can click on one of those, and it should tie into like electronic security, and you want to put as many points as you want into that as your specialty. It's like your field expertise, something and something and something. I think it's like your field.
If you want to later, I don't know.
But then what's
worst case for now? What we can do is, whenever you roll, I'll just add the tech number into it, because I know you have a 6. So we'll just do that. It's fine. Okay. So 23. They look at you. It's like, actually no. If you have a 23, it's like, yeah, if you want, by all means. I mean, if you feel you can do it. Oh,
I can do it.
And with that 23, you spend less than 5 minutes like going back there. He even shows you where to go. You were like, yeah, I'm done. Like, you immediately fixed the problem like that. It was like, oh, that was nothing. And he just looks at you like, okay, then, sick. And you immediately get transferred like 500 credits.
Nice.
It's like, thanks for that.
No problem.
Just because he did that, I will say, in terms of customers that did come in recently, that was a little weird. there was an Asari that came up asking for information recently about, I mean, you've probably heard about it, those murders that have happened recently, like those 3 people.
Yeah.
It was very weird. They had a drone recording the entire conversation in full. I have no idea who they were, but they thanked me for the info and they walked away.
Okay.
This was literally, they'd take a second to look at the data pad. This was about like 2-3 hours ago.
Oh, recently. Okay. Do you know which direction they went off in after that?
Yeah, they point directly off, like down a hallway. It's like, yeah, if you take a right down there and then a left, Gozu District.
Appreciate it.
Would I know any clinics that I have worked for in the past in the Gozu district?
I'm going to say none of you have to roll for this because I've decided to make this fun. Gozu District, you would all know because when that plague was sweeping Omega, that's the district that got closed off and where all the Blue Suns kind of lost a lot of territory. And there was a very, 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 very smart Solarian who had a clinic set up there that was helping people and eventually helped get rid of the plague with the aid of some very well-known N7 person, some guy, some girl.
Some person, yeah.
Depends on depends on how you look at it.
Depends on who you hear from,
Yeah.
Yeah, that changes from person to person.
Okay. Do you want to do any shopping here, or are we good to go to group up with everyone else?
No shopping. I do have a question to ask someone local, but I don't think I'll have the answer here. Would I know of any clinics that I've worked with in the past, recent here or in here, that I could ask? Because my character is still curious about the cyberware piece.
I mean, I would say if you want, I have no issues with you saying you worked in that district and maybe did work with Morden. I think that's
sweet.
fun.
Okay,
I don't have issues with that. To me, this is one of those. I'm not adhering to canon. You can do whatever you want. Have fun.
So I would know somebody who's still here from that clinic that I could ask.
Yeah.
In that district. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Then I was
and I always like to do this as a GM. What's their name? And if you want, I will even let you decide what they look like. It gives you more fun as a player.
That's fair. Let's see.
Make them hot.
Yeah, they'll be hot.
I mean, everyone's hot.
Let's see.
That's always a
hunk
de
of
facto. It has to be
turd.
that.
Yeah.
NPCs
Yes.
always need to be the hottest thing on the planet.
Yeah. I want to say a fellow Turian for the funsies.
Yeah.
We'll name them Julius.
Julius. The Roman fixtures continue.
Hey.
I love that. Yeah, if you want, you can have them right on speed dial. They know how to. If you call, they'll probably answer.
Okay. I'll say. Well, we'll regroup with the others. I have a quick phone call to make. I'll make on the way back. But
yeah.
Unless you have anything you wish to do, Mora.
Yeah. As you walk away to take that call for Mora, Marsh, the shopkeeper, kind of stops you. He's like, all right. Out of curiosity, are you trying to help solve this stuff that's going on?
Well, yes, we're trying to figure it out because it affects everyone, and Megan paranoia, everyone, it doesn't bode well for anyone.
They take a very long couple of seconds before they speak again. All right. Well, if you're going to the go-to district, consider this part of that 500 I gave you, if you don't mind. I had a client come in recently who had a very weird request, and it's not something I usually deal in because it's just, why would I deal in this? I mean, it's a weird thing. They were asking for a security beef up, but it's not your normal setup where you're like, okay, send a couple drones, help install things. They're like, no, they actually wanted one of my staff to go there in person to make sure the security was installed correctly. And by security, they take a second to do the funniest thing. They look left, they look right. It's like you can tell they're trying to make this not very loud. They also asked for 2 mechs to guard the front door. I thought that was a little over the top. I mean, I
Very
had a
over
couple
the top.
because, yeah. If you go to the Gozu district, check I think the building number is 34. You'll
Okay.
find it. It's pretty easy to find.
I appreciate
I'm not
that.
sure what that was about, but definitely probably if there's weird stuff going on right now, it's probably good to check in on someone who's trying to beef up their security. You never know.
Yes, it's the worst type to someone who knows the inside of when shit hits the fan and then they still come out on top. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Thank you. Likewise. And thanks for fixing my staff could not fix that for days, and I'm gonna give them all a very stern talking to right now. And they immediately give you a head nod and turn around. You're like, all of you, what the hell? I did that in less than 5 minutes.
And then Moral will join names. I'm sorry.
Dallas.
Dallas outside.
And Dallas, if you so choose to contact Julius, just let me know.
Yeah, Dallas will give Julius a call.
Dallas, it's been a while. What's up?
Quick question for you.
Yeah.
Have you installed any cyberware on Asari recently?
Not that I can think of in recent memory, no.
Okay.
Any
All
reason in particular?
On a lead from a current job I'm working. It's a little bit hush hush, but it involves, from what I can track so far, an Asari with data scrambling for facial features and the head in general.
Huh. I'll do this. Give me a little bit. I'll check my records and see if something pops up.
Yeah, and keep it.
I mean, I owe you for all that help from,
Yeah, no problem at all. I appreciate you repaying the favor this way. And keep expand the search to whatever you feel like makes sense. I'm leading off the Asari idea. It may not be, but that's what I'm believing. So,
That's good.
And thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Ready to help you whenever I can.
Certainly.
Call ends.
Hmm.
I assume from that point, all of you, whether you converge upon the noodle shop or not, you all converge again.
I think we converge on the noodle shop because I think that's where both Moran and I will see Karad sitting, and then I assume Selena.
Oh
will
yeah, I
join us.
wandered up at this point and I'm telling Kara exactly what jewel tone I picked and why this suits you so well, and in that very slow Elcor tone. And really, I picked the platinum for you because it brings out the red on your crest. I think you should wear this openly and proudly. It's as they say, gold standard, but it's platinum. Ha ha.
He's got a mouthful of noodles and he's like, I mean, I appreciate it, and he'll put it on and tuck it underneath because it's like, things that usually hang around get caught. I don't want to break it, so. But I appreciate it.
Well, aren't you a darling? Now stop slobbering on yourself like an infant. Our friends are here. Hello, companions.
Hello,
what is the
Mom.
news?
He gives the save me look.
Well, we got some good information. Looks like we have to go to the Gozu district as far as figuring out what's next. Specifically, I got some information from the shopkeeper. I did him a favor, tech favor, and he told me that someone is beefing up their security near building 34. He said that they purchased 2 mechs and several security drones. That seems like a little bit of overkill, especially for Omega.
Yeah, unless you were trying to keep everyone out.
Yes,
Fearful or trying to be kept from being found out.
correct.
What kind of mechs are we talking about? Are we talking about like little toothpicks, or are we talking about your mirrors, or like?
I will add, because I forgot to say that, and thank you. They were 2 Loki mechs.
Ah, Loki mix, I believe.
Oh well, those are just toothpicks right there. That ain't gonna be no problem.
I'll leave those to you then.
With that info, do you get going? And also, if you do get going, do you go back in the ritzy as heck taxi?
Yes.
I think like as we're describing, like I just give this puppy-eyed look.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we can take the taxi.
Let me call David then. Thank you for spoiling me, Teehee.
It immediately arrives. You could probably, whether you decide to take food with you or not, I leave that up to our wonderful Elcor if they would want that in the vehicle that looks fancy as heck. Because
Of
noodles.
course, they're like pull out like tables probably. Like she probably like takes
sick.
her 2 little mechanic hands, claps them,
Nice.
they pull out.
Flies off. When you do fly off, you enter the Gozu district. Again, you don't have to roll for this because I feel like everyone on Omega knows this. That was one of the districts that got like where the plague started. And it's been a little bit since then. Everything has cleared up. Blue Suns have not fully gotten their territory back, so it's just one of those. It's kind of just an interesting area where people are living there, just not sure of the protection. A lot of people have just been relying on the protection of Morden's clinic that he left behind because he left a bunch of mechs with security, and yeah, just don't mess with the doctor. You get to building 34. You take up a flight of stairs, and you get to the front door and notice very quickly there were 2 mechs at the front. However, they are completely shot, destroyed, decimated, lying on the ground.
Well, at least we don't have to worry about fighting those things.
But what are we going to fight with that destroyed them? That's what I worry about.
Yeah, that does pose a bigger problem, I suppose.
Exasperated tone. Looks like I'll have to be taking on my role as Maria Harker from Dracula in Space. And she just levels her crossbow at her back.
I'm
I
so
forget.
happy.
You have a role for everything.
I fucking love that.
I love this so much. God damn. Do you go in? Because the door is open.
You know, I'm feeling my role. I'm gonna like enter the door, crossbow at the ready.
As you go in, and where I will say this, and then we'll take a 10-minute break. You walk in, our Elcor leading the charge, because a starlet should always lead the charge. I mean, come on.
Just like
Celebrity
that
famous?
scene where
Heck
I
yeah.
seduced Dracula and I shot him through the heart. Exactly, like
I want to watch
Squirt
this so
spilling.
bad. I want Mass Effect vampires, but that's also a very specific subgenre now, and I'm all for it. You walk in, the others follow, and you even see like the mech parts are even on the inside, and that's when you enter up into an open living room area and realize there's 2 other mechs that are completely destroyed, and there is a body on the ground, and standing above the body is a person who, it takes a second because you're not really sure what you're looking at yet, but you do hear them say the following as if they're having a conversation with someone. Dead. Yes, another one. And the data's been swiped as well. Look, I need that data. We need to figure out who's doing this and stop these roadblocks before things get worse. And you probably take a very cautious step forward, but you realize when you do, their head kind of flinches from behind, and when they turn around, you see an Asari who just point blank pulls a pistol out and points it directly at you and looks at the 4 of you and just says, I'm going to give you till the count of 10 to tell me who you are, who sent you, and what your business is here. And if I don't like any of your answers, I promise you won't walk out of this room alive. And that is a perfect point to take a 10-minute break. And we'll be back after our break. we're back. And just to make it easier, because I feel like repeating this is fun, again, you walk into this building 34, go up the stairs, get down that hallway, see there's 2 Loki mechs just completely decimated. Walk into the open door in front of you, and then you find 2 more Loki mechs in the living room of this place, completely decimated, a body on the ground, and then the figure who you eventually find out is an Asari, but you see that figure standing above it who just says, dead, because they're clearly on a call. Dead, yes, another one. The data's been swiped as well. Look, I need that data. We need to figure out who's doing this and stop these roadblocks before things get worse. And maybe one of you made a much louder than normal movement forward than you intended, and they immediately don't even think about it. Like, they just spin around with a pistol pointed directly at you, all of you. Like, I'm going to give you till the count of 10 to tell me who you are, who sent you, and what your business is here. If I don't like any of your answers, I promise you won't walk out of this room alive. So start talking. Who are you? Why are you here?
I'm just going to keep my crossbow leveled. Assertive. You know who I am. You've seen my face all over the movies. However, I can assure you, this destruction will be mutual.
You know what? Because that's amazing. I'm going to roll a die. They disappointingly look at you like, I don't know who you are. Who are you and who sent you? Time is of the essence here. Talk.
So, real
Is this Aria?
So appearance-wise, because I was waiting for someone to say something,
Yeah.
not Aria at all.
Okay.
They are wearing full whites, and that's all I'm going to say. Because that's really it for their appearance. They have like a white jacket, white pants. It could be misconstrued from a distance. Someone would assume it's Aria, but it's not. Aria's way more stylish.
Fair enough. I think as this interaction is beginning to happen and the disappointing of Soleno by someone not knowing who she is, he will stop a hand near his holster, not drawn, but he'll kind of look at her and go, sent after some bodies.
By who? And they're like dead eye looking at you. Like, they're not flinching. They are looking directly at you because you're the one who talked.
And just kind of look, go, who do you think would go out looking after dead bodies?
I want to hear a name because I can think of a lot of people.
Call it the welfare of Omega.
Because really any of them.
When you say that, do you say that out loud? Sorry.
Yeah.
That's when you see this weird look they give you where they then like immediately stop being so tense with how they're pointing the pistol at you and they ease up a bit. So Aria, huh?
Yeah.
Bitch.
Fuck.
You were not supposed to say anything.
Yeah.
You know the Thor thing? About time. I have submission net.
Oh, we're fucked.
I love that.
I got to roll on the shotgun chart. It's a rifle.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Versus their evasion.
Well, if they have the reflexes for it. I assume they do, but like...
I like to not do that much rolling, so I'm going to go off the DV.
Ooh,
so I'm going to say for you, bud, you are it's a shotgun, you said?
Yeah, it's off of the shotgun slug.
I mean, that's always a good DV at close range, so have fun with that.
Yeah.
I will try to roll evasion. I'll do that, but I just want to see what you get because I know this number is going to be very high from you. I just know it.
Yeah, because shotgun is.
And I'm not upset at all.
23.
You know what? I'll try something. Let's see. Nope, on my end.
He
Yeah,
literally
you.
says, "About time." When she does the sound, like "about time," and he clicks his hand and it shoots out of the net. If I catch them, they get an automatic 2d6 straight to the body.
Do you want me to roll that 2d6 or do you
Yeah,
want to roll that?
I'll roll it. Let me see.
Okay.
5 points of
5,
damage.
okay. The net shoots out, immediately does that. They shout out loud, "For fuck's sake, I am not the one you're looking for."
Well, all you had to do was say so.
I mean, you pointed a gun at my friend's face. I'm a Krogan. What did you expect? The fact that you're alive.
Admiration. I have to say, I do appreciate your theatric flair.
I mean, I did pick up something.
Can you? And they're like not sure how to speak, but they're just like, "Can you please? Look, I just want to talk. Please remove this net. I really don't need any more pain."
No problem. He picks up the pistol away. Like, well, I'm just gonna take this real quick. Does she have any other weapons on her?
That's the only one. For you specifically, standard issue Asari Commando pistol.
What's a commando doing here as he pulls the net off?
I'm not a commando. I just have good connections.
I don't know. And he puts it on his back pocket. You'll get it
When
back.
you do that, when they do that, they move their hands like, "Don't worry, I got another."
See, I fucking knew it.
I'm not going to point it at you. I promise. They even put their hands up like, "I promise." Talk.
All right. What info and data are you looking for? Yeah, we heard that.
Yeah. They just look down at the body that's kind of centered in between the two broken mechs. Like, I was hoping to talk to them before they got shot in the chest, but clearly my timing was off.
Is this another Asari or is this another I forget?
You look down. This is a regular human that's been shot straight on, right where their heart should be. In their place is a smoldering just wound.
Same rough size as the ones we were told about. The one we were told
Same
about
as the
close
one who
range.
got shot.
Okay.
Yep, same as the one who got shot in the chest previously, and it's
And-
the exact same range, pistol up close. You can tell from the burn mark of it.
And it doesn't match the pistols that she's carrying.
It does not match her pistol at all.
Gotcha.
It is not the Talon, as I mentioned.
Yes. Okay. And I'll kind of look between the two and go, well, at least she didn't kill him.
Why would I kill a contact? That just seems stupid. Also, kind of problematic because then that makes a bad relationship.
Well, we're kind of walking in on a body and a crime scene. Not that we're anybody that really cares about that kind of thing, but like, we don't have the context that you got. So,
Who ordered they?
Fair point. They were feeding me information that I was hoping to present to the person who hired you as a sort of peace offering.
And who per se
Shocked.
do you work for? Oh, go ahead, Abby. Sorry.
Shocked. You also work for Aria?
They do a brief little giggle that seems very out of character from this person who was being very stern. I don't work for Aria. I work for myself.
Uh-huh.
I had a peace offering for them as a sort of play nice, because obviously you don't mess with the one who runs this rock.
I'm a lawman. Or was a lawman. Or perceived to be one. I want to run through my database of facial recognition programming.
I love
And-
that. Please.
I want to.
Is there a drone nearby?
Ooh, good question. Give me a. I always forget. Is there perception? Yeah, there is a perception
there's-
roll in this game. I always just forget it. I think it's under awareness.
Okay.
My brain always forgets it's in there because my brain's like, why would they just have straight perception like D&D? It's like,
Yeah,
no, it is in
perception.
here. Yeah, it's under awareness. Yeah.
15.
15. I'll make this more fun for you because I feel like you hit the number. Not your normal drone. Like, you imagine like of actual physical thing.
Mhm.
You see more like the combat drone, like you would get if you're playing engineer. You see one
Mhm.
of those off in the corner, kind of hiding.
Mm. And
And
more
it's just
points
like
to
you
him,
can
but like
see it
you,
almost in that comedic,
yeah,
like it's peeping above a
yeah,
couch, but it's also trying to hide its
yeah,
glow and it's not doing it.
yeah.
It's a
And more is like, more, you come over here.
Uh, and it just floats over. Whoop.
Why are you hiding? You look suspicious.
And it just doesn't know how to speak, so it just kind of says like, I wasn't sure if I was allowed to talk. And the Asari in front of you, it's like, it's my personal information drone. Like, just it's not. Trust me, you're fine. It's just surveying that no one else is eavesdropping on us at the moment.
I mean, that's fine with me, but
It's
I
also
just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, it's fine. And she even does like a thing where she pulls out an Omni tool, clicks a button, and the drone just fizzles out. You want to run your database thing? So, oh, you got.
he's
That's
like also
amazing.
so I already, because of the drone being there, he's like, okay, because he has his helmet down, and he's like, and he
Yeah.
pulls it back up, and he's like, also running interference right now apparently to the little sucker, because
Yeah, sorry about that. It kind of sometimes has a mind of its own a little bit.
I see
But
that.
he was being safe.
You know what's
I will.
okay. I was gonna say, you know
I
what's
was gonna say
funny?
with your role, if you want, because I will let you. You know what? If you want to take a couple more minutes, I will let you re-roll that because
Yeah, I
Cyberpunk can
want
allow that. But if you want to do it with a different skill, I will allow that.
at this. I would go back with criminology, because if not, like,
Yeah,
all right,
please do.
like, all right, well,
Yep.
you're
And
not
I'll
in.
even give you a +1 for taking a little more time to do it.
There we go.
There you go.
Nice.
You big old junior.
You go very quiet. And as you go quiet, because I'm going to say this takes a few minutes for the others, this person in front of you, this Asari, just explains like, they were one of my contacts. I was kind of just, I had a couple contacts on here, at least before tonight. 3 of them just went quiet, and I wasn't sure why they went quiet, only to find out, go figure, they've all been taken out, literally, one by one. Trying to pull rumors and sort of information I'd been hearing rumblings about that has something to do with, of all people, and they say it in the most disgruntled, annoyed way possible, something to do with an organization called Cerberus, who I don't like at all. For our Krogan, right as they say Cerberus, your criminology brain clicks in, because you're just like, that's a very specific thing to bring up. And there's only very specific people who've gone toe to toe with them a little bit. I'm going to make this vague because I just want the dawning realization on your face to kick in. You know of a very specific Asari who's dealt with Cerberus.
Does this one have a particular set of lab coat that might be white and blue, maybe a little more
Yeah, it looks
voluptuous?
exactly like that.
The crow gonna be like, I'll be a good goddamn.
And she looks at you like, be careful. Information is power here.
He hands back over the pistol. He's like,
Thank you.
we all want to know. He looks at all of you with the we don't want fucking problems face, and it's like, we don't want no problems. How can we help you?
I only just arrived here like hours ago because I just wanted to check on my contact, Varric, on the ground. And yes, I had to go with the Dragon Age name because my brain broke. I wanted to check on him because I'd heard he beefed up his security lately, and I was kind of curious what the hell that was about, only to find out again, other contacts went quiet. And then right before you walked in, this points to the ground. There they are, just there, and there's no data on them. And I need that data back. I want to give it to Aria as a peace offering and also kind of as a warning. Because I've been hearing weird things about what's been happening on Omega lately. And I want them to be prepared if something is actually about to happen.
Worrisome. Do they really need to go to this extent? This seems, and I just pick up a foot, excessive.
It's Cerberus. I know maybe in your little world of movies. Think of better yet, the 007 or 00 the Blasto movie.
Double L core.
There you go.
So in Space 7, I was the love
Yes.
interest, remember?
Yeah, remember the organization that y'all were fighting against? You know, the big spanning paramilitary organization that used to be part of the government and went rogue? That's
Yes, I had to
Cerberus.
sit in a chair and spread my legs to say, "You want this, don't you?"
I swear to God, are you on the red? Are you on Cinemax? Like what the fuck?
I'm what
Are
they
you-
call an A-lister, but continue.
And I got so many things I could say right now, but we're in the form of high upness, so I'm gonna refrain. Behave. What I'm saying is the people that she's fucking trying to fuck with could wipe this entire fucking place off if they wanted to. They just haven't yet.
Abby, any roll you do next, +2. That was hilarious. I need to give you credit on
Threw
that.
me off. I was like, I don't even...
Oh my god, that was so good. But +2 on the next roll, no matter what. When you say that, she just looks at all four of you like, yeah, the information I'm trying to compile it's not great.
Hmm.
It's pretty damning for this rock if what happens.
What is happening or is going to happen?
Is going to happen, and it'll be, if I don't give her that info, it's going to be something that she cannot deal with.
All right, well, shit.
As you say that, you hear footsteps in the hallway, and you turn around. And before any of you can even fully turn around, I want each of you to roll evasion.
Remember,
Which
you're
is under
recording, Casey.
body.
This is not a great time to be me.
I had to check myself real quick because I've been saying certain words that can't be said on stream in real life. So
Evasion is under fighting.
Fighting, thank you. Sorry.
You're right.
24. Let's go. Oh no!
Oh,
Is
I have a
not-
face made for cameras.
Give me 1 second because my brain broke a little bit and I want to make sure I do this correct. Okay.
with a 24? Can I do partial? Can I just?
You know what? I'll
partial?
allow it. You can do
I mean,
that.
yeah,
I'm okay
I'll
with the
body
24. That's high enough where if you want to grab Celino and just kind of, that's an interesting thing. Grab the L core and shove them.
If I
feel like as
wasn't a
Krogan-
Krogan, it would not have happened. I'm
Oh
going
yeah,
with.
but I'm
a
going to allow
Krogan.
this. You know what? I think that's more fun story-wise, so we're going to allow this. Multiple shots go off, and for Dallas and Mora, you easily are just like, screw that, dodge out of the way. Our Krogan, noticing our Starlet is maybe a little too caught off guard, immediately grabs them and rushes off to a side area. Our sorry friend, who I'm just going to continue to call that until something is said, just effortlessly, actually does not dodge it. They move their hand and make a protective bubble around them that completely covers them, and any bullets that hit immediately are stopped. And I want you to do this, which is all of you roll initiative.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to make this a little more confusing on my end because I haven't used Roll20 in a little bit. I know there's an initiative tracker. I'm not going to go off at that for this one. We'll use that for a later thing that might happen. But for now, I just want to see what numbers you get, and then I will keep that in mind. So
Make sure if you guys are rolling for initiative, make sure you put it out on the sheet or it won't show up.
Yeah. 12.
This is
mod.
fine. I'm like, I'll play an Elcor. It's so funny. I forget they can't go above 4 in movement.
Oh, initiative. Oh god, I always forget this. I think it's at the top of the sheet.
it's the one I don't remember. I never remember because it's not where I expect it to be.
I know. It's the top left. So if you see the top left, it says
Oh yeah, I'm just blind.
You're good. No worries. You're all good. So 12, 9, 9, 10. I love that. I love when there's consistency. Hey, give me 1 second. I love the double 9. It makes me happy.
It is the highest I've been able to roll with her movement. It's so
actually.
bad.
Weird. Okay, so I actually got. I don't know if this is screwed up on anyone's end. I got. Oh, there's yours. 18. Sorry, I was like, I got slammed twice. 18. Nice. So you're the top. Then I will roll on that end.
I love that our soldier Daedalus is like our medic is like in beast mode right now.
He's zooming.
I mean,
He's
zooming.
he's zooming.
He's got the zoomies.
He was.
Oh
This
my
is-
God.
Korean zoomies.
Yeah.
Tyrion zoomies.
he's got a havoc suit.
I love for two of these guys, I rolled a very high number, and then the second one rolled a 1. So that's great. You look down, and we don't have to use. There's no map for this. We're going to theater of the mind this. There's another thing we'll do later that'll make sense. Two people down the end are Krogan, very well connected. You would immediately recognize what these guys look like because it is Cerberus outfits, completely decked out. They have very much what would be considered assault rifles in hand, and they are rushing into the room. You're not sure if they're coming after you or they're specifically after the Osari, but all of you being in the same place at the same time, that's just, bad timing. So for the first one that'll happen is I rolled a 23 for this guy. He's going to go first and just completely just take a random shot at the Asari. Because they have the bubble up, I'm just going to say those bullets are immediately negated because I just think that's fun. We're going to go with that, which then means, Daedalus, you're up. What would you like to do? And also for the way this works, because I know one of you has not played before, shooting has literal distances that there is DV numbers on. I am only going off of the first row, so I will keep a lot of this more simple for you guys because I don't think they're that far away. But I have all this stuff down. If you have a reflex of 8, you can actually, if you so choose, you can try to dodge bullets if they shoot at you. So keep that in mind. But for Daedalus, by all means, what would you like to do? You get an action and a move.
Yes. Going to maneuver myself. I'm trying to find my DV ranges because it's the one. Let's see. Let me see. Oh, right. This is the one where it gets incredibly silly.
I love that.
Yeah, I don't have the range for that. All right. Just he's gonna pull out the blood pack crusher off of his holster hip, and
Cool.
pop around the corner, set himself up to where he's like still flush, kind of on the doorway, and peek it enough to shoot one of the 3, whichever one is like would make sense for the corner.
Yeah, whatever. I'll make sure of it.
Okay, cool.
The one who's leading the charge is the one who started first, so they'll be aiming
Gotcha.
at them.
Yeah, that sounds good. Actually, hold on. I have one more thing. There it is. Cool. Are they all out of cover, would you say?
I will say the one that went first is kind of trying to get through the front door. So the other one you don't see because the other one's in the door frame at the moment. So no matter what, if they take the hit, they'll take a hit probably. It depends on what you roll. But I'll say for cover, they're not behind cover.
Okay, perfect. I would like to use the suppressive fire trait of this blood pack punisher to basically force them to not continue their assault. I know it's Krogans. I know they'll want to, but
Actually, that would mean all of them would need to roll that. Cool. Yeah.
so that is going to be a 16, and they need to succeed a will plus concentration plus 1d10.
Will plus concentration. Oh god, my brain broke. Sometimes you read numbers, you're like, I can't math. There we go. I'm going to say that's for both of them because I feel like if you're putting suppressive fire down, if they're in the hallway, they're both got to deal with it. First one completely evades it because they rolled a 10. That exploding dice, basically. So they had a 23.
Cool.
Second one did not evade that in time. So
Okay. They will.
then uses auto fire skill in the table below. I'm going to say that hits for sure. So you're 16. I got a 14. trying to remember, Casey, because my brain's breaking. If it's the number, it's the distance. So 60 minus 4. So it's that 2 times 4 for the suppressive fire, if I remember correctly, and that's how much damage. Thank you. Because my brain did not want to remember that.
It's however the distance is, and every 2 above you get an extra times.
Oh, okay.
And with submachine guns, it's times 3, unless they have turbocharge, and then it's an automatic times 6.
Yep. So then it's that 7 times 3, if I remember correctly, for damage.
That makes sense.
Okay. Just trying to remember, because that's a lot of damage.
Yeah,
and my brain was not prepared for that. 21, and I gotta remember.
It gets real stupid real quick.
Oh, I know. That's why my brain's like, oh yeah, Cyberpunk and math. I'm not the best with that sometimes, and I don't want to think about it.
We're game
And
retired.
this is
Don't ask
dumbed
us to
down
decode
from
numbers.
2020.
Yeah. Oh really?
2020,
I did not know that.
2020, you can get like there were damage rolls I saw on a 2020 stream that was like 42, 55.
Solos in 2020.
The one who took the hit, really bad hit. Their buddy gets through the door and sees that you're about to just do, and then they get through the door, and then the person behind him is like, oh fuck, and just takes like 2 or 3 of them straight to the body. Next up, because you had to move in an action, or do you want to move? By the way,
No.
Use your action.
I would say the movement was already to like shimmy into the cover by the door.
Yep.
The suppressive fire trait is the ones that fail the will concentration D10 have to get into cover. Am I following that correctly? Are we on the same page? Am I missing something or?
They can to reach cover during the. Yep, no, you're right. They do. Okay. They do everything they can to just get behind. They don't even go through the door. They're trying to scramble where they have a tiny little part of cover they can probably stand behind. But like, if you're wearing armor, dude, it's not going to work that well. So they try. They scramble.
All right, never mind. Sorry, forgive me.
No, you're good. No problem. Mora, you're next. You get a move and an action. And also you're muted.
Thank you. Let's see. So I guess I'll pull out the phalanx gun that I have. It's pistol.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna, I guess, shoot at the one that was missed.
Yeah.
So how do I do that?
Just you go to fighting and you'll click handgun. Or no, actually, you can go to where your weapon is and you can click on the button there. That'll just do the roll automatically for you because your pistol should be hopefully. Let me double check.
Yeah. Not.
We're gonna re-roll that because I don't think all the infos in there. So give me 1 second because I want to make sure you have everything. You're fine.
Yeah,
That's my
fault.
No, you're good. That's on my fault. I forgot to add some stuff. Don't worry about it. This is always fun to work out. Phalanx. There you are. Now the boss. Heavy pistol. No. Oh, actually, that does. Oh, weapon skill. There we go.
Oh, that's what I was missing.
Yeah, you're good. Roll that again. I will let you re-roll that.
Okay.
Because now it should be working. -1. You take a shot. It goes wild. It misses them.
Cool.
Do you want to take a movement? I will say you're in a living room, so anything you can think of. If you want to duck behind a couch for cover, which would be awesome and also kind of funny and very action movie, by all means.
Yeah, I'll take cover.
Okay, you take cover. Next up, our wonderful Krogan. Okay, Rod. I already know what you're gonna do, so have fun with it.
I mean, I'm not listening to the "I'm right, I'm left" remix right now. I'm not listening to that at all. He checks on his Elcor friend, and then he gets up, right, and he drops his visors, and he immediately, y'all watch as these giant spike knuckles show up, and he charges with a manic laughter. And he is going to punch the closest Krogan to him. And while saying, "For Kylo Ren, traitors!"
Punch that Cerberus guy. Do it.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna
Most
hit them.
ridiculous melee roll I can ever think of in this game. Hitting like a. I love it.
We're gonna spike knucks, boxing, rate of fire 2. Ooh, do I want to?
Oh, right, you can double punch.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
I can. Absolutely.
Oh.
That I somehow got no 6s. What?
You know what? Roll again because you have a rate of fire too. Because I
Yeah,
know
you
you're
got
going
one
to.
six in there.
Yeah, I got, all right. And,
I have fun things in mind already. Go ahead.
Ooh.
Lucky for you, the first punch, because it technically ignores armor, and they were already pretty low on that first hit. How do you take them out? You make this thing go flying on the first hit.
Oh, y'all just watch as he rips these spikes dig and rip a chunk right out of this guy's side. Like he went straight for the kidneys and it's viscera and blood, and he just wipes his knuckles off and he looks at the next one. He's like, it points, he's like, you next.
And because I wanted you to roll the second one, you probably got so into it because I imagine as a Krogan, like once you just charge in, you're in there, you're ready to fight. That second one is like, oh, I don't need to do that, but also you punch anyways. And you're like, doesn't matter, it misses, but I still got my target.
Like I hit and he ducks out of the way just enough, and I just bury and it just caves that metal wall. It's that solid metal wall, and I just punch a hole into it, and I look, and I'm like, no, that's gonna cost me.
Seleno, you see our Krogan friend just take, I don't know why this reference came to mind, so I'm sorry. Take a bite out of crime. Or a punch out of crime. What would you like to do? It is your turn.
Selena is going to go and hide behind a couch and then level her crossbow to shoot at the remaining opponents.
I love that there's crossbows.
It's just she's doing it by movie. Like she had a scene where she's fighting Dracula. She's running behind the overtop table. She's got her crossbow leveled.
Do it.
Let's see if it goes. Alrighty, where is it? Fighting. Gotcha. There it is. Ranged weapon, right?
Could be also in your weapons if you have it set up
Yeah.
as a weapon.
Shoulder.
Oh yeah, you can also
Disengage.
click weapon too.
Oh, yeah.
I would say,
It's
yeah,
21.
that hits. So then go to where your weapon is, and if you click that, it'll give you the damage.
Sweet.
15.
15, nice.
Give me a second, because math.
Wing some.
I hate math. Actually, no, calculators were built for this reason. Thank you.
Exactly.
Very good direct hit. Hits them right in the shoulder. Even though they're behind cover, they're peeking out a bit because they're wearing armor. It's kind of hard to do that when it's a doorway and you're like, there's barely any cover. They get hit, and then it's now their turn. They're just like, oh god, there's really no cover, and it's that moment you can see someone panicking in the moment, and they run in, and then there's probably like a little hall, door off to the right side of the main entrance that they just jump right into. They pull out a full-on giant assault rifle, and because you hit them, they take aim right at the couch and try to shoot you. We'll see if that works, because I'm always awful with rolling, and it is not me trying to be nice. I just roll shit anytime I play this game.
Please, not the face. I don't do my own stunts.
I love that. 10, 18. I got in. What is your reflex, out of curiosity? Because I don't know if it's an 8. Is it?
Not.
Because I would love that, but I don't think it is.
It's a 6.
It's
Oh, it's a
6.
six. Okay.
It's a 6. I was muted.
I just got that by 1 point, the DV. So, let's see. 3, 4, 6, 10. 17 points. Or 17 damage, which then, remember, your armor takes that hit first. So do
shield, because
17
this is Mass Effect.
and add damage. Oh,
No,
yeah,
this
it's
is-
shields. Your shield
so
actually,
your
you know what?
shield-
No, you're lucky. Thank you, Casey. Yeah, your shield takes it. Your shield is completely. Thank you, Casey. I'm glad that I needed you to say that because my brain forgot. Your shield takes that first, so you have that moment where you see the bullets hit, and then you're fine because the shield takes it, and then your armor underneath also then takes it. So you don't have any damage whatsoever. Your shield is gone though. So any hits from that point on will be armor first, and then we'll see what happens. Thank you, Casey, keeping me in check.
Now remember, also with shields, guys, it's 3 combat rounds, so 9 seconds of combat or 3 turns before your shield can regenerate, and you got to be in full cover. You got to hide. You can't do anything.
Hit.
So it's very much a here's my panic button. Oh God, it's gone. Now it's time to be nervous. So that happens. You're fine. I love that you have a crossbow, by the way. Just side note.
She took it from set. She wanted to keep something.
What movie was it again specifically you took it
This
from?
was Bride of Dracula. She was the Bride of Dracula. She played Mia Harker.
Oh, I love this so much. Next up would be Fen. So Dalus, because you're next, because the first Cerberus guy is taken out, so that one's gone. The Asari only just now removing the shield, and now they're taking cover right next to Selena.
Awesome.
They have not shot. They're kind of watching as you guys handle this situation more than anything.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to fire off the Bloodback Punisher in single fire mode, just at the remaining one. From my angle on the door. That is going to be an 18. If they're fast enough to dodge. If they're not fast enough, that will probably hit them.
Oh, that hits. So that hits for 16. And then math again, because brain. I hate math. 16, 6. Okay. Sweet. They're really hurt bad. Like, you hit them right in their other shoulder, where they have an arrow sticking in their shoulder on one end. Because, yes, I just want that visual, because you don't see that in Mass Effect, and I think that's fun. And then their other shoulder just takes it, and now they're very much like, if they take another hit, they're probably not standing. Which now leaves a fun thing that I'd like to bring up to you guys. You can also make sure that, that they're alive and get info out of them if you so choose, or if you just want to take them out. That's also fun, too.
Do we want information out of them?
That's entirely up to you guys. Next up is Mora.
How close am I to the guy that is pretty...
They are within 6 meters, or it's always confusing because the game will say meters can also equal yards, which is not true at all.
Yeah.
That's wrong. It's the only thing in this game that bothers me. But yeah, they're about 6, like within the 0 to 6 meter range.
Okay.
So they're pretty close.
So would I be able to go out from cover and drag that guy back with me?
Oh, the one who went down?
Yeah. Or like, no, the guy who's pretty injured.
Oh, you want to get up close. Are you just like trying to grapple them then?
I don't know.
Because there are grapple mechanics in this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a grapple. That's the only thing.
It's up to you. It's whatever you decide.
You can also take an aim shot and hit a non-vital area, which is like the knee, the leg, and stuff. You just have to -8 from your roll after that because you're aiming.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll try
You can
that.
also hold an action if you so choose.
There's still like one guy left?
There's still one guy left, and they look like they've been hit bad enough that if they take another hit, that's probably it.
Okay. I don't know. I guess I'll see. Is there a way to kind of jam up their weapons?
Yeah.
Electronic security.
Yeah, electronic security.
Okay.
Give that a roll. I'll say for that, I was just going to say 15, and you rolled a 15, which is awesome. What does that visually look like when you do that?
I think Mora will kind of like lean over from cover, and they'll like kind of swipe at their Omni tool, and as soon as their fingers kind of like leave that, it just like does like a spark transfer to the closest guy's weapon, and it just kind of makes it overheat.
It makes me think of like, is the skill sabotage in 3?
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe I remembered that. It's been so long. Yeah, it immediately does that. It sparks. They're so surprised by it that they drop their gun.
There
So
is
for our Krogan, you're next. Do as you
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
All right. I retract. So I retract my my metal claws, because it's like I kind of get, because my teammate did not finish him off. I'm like, oh, we want this one alive. So it's 4d6 instead of 66.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hit him with the understanding of trying just to knock him out.
Non-lethal. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
at this point, you're in close. You can get close enough that I'm not even gonna. Whenever you roll damage wise, we're gonna go off that.
Okay. Do I have 4d6? I'm just gonna type up.
Yeah,
So, like, am I rolling the hit at all, or
just roll the damage. I'm gonna allow this because I'm just like they dropped their weapon. They're not
17? He just comes in and does a huge gut hit, and he's like, "Now,
as much as I want to be mean, because technically that's more than the HP they had left, I won't do that. Yeah, you have them down where you hit them hard enough that the wind is knocked out of them, and they're somewhat limp to the touch if you're trying to hold them up, but like they're not like KO'd, like dead. They're just they're knocked out at the moment.
I look at our medic and be like, these are sad, pathetic Krogan. Weakness. Disgusting. Ned.
Well, I appreciate you keeping one of them alive. Might be useful for information.
He goes for the pistol that he did have, and then he realizes he gave it back to the Asari. That he well knows who that is at this point.
Oh yeah, I'm
still
just going to refer to them as the Asari.
The Asari, and he's like, "You want to question him, ma'am?
Wake him up." And she pops up from behind the couch and starts to walk towards where the limp body is. Like, if you don't mind, wake them up a bit. I want info. I could probably rip it off we could probably also check their Omni tool if they have one and see what's on there, but talking is always fun too.
You got any smelling salts?
Oh, let me rummage through my med bag.
Roll luck. Roll a d10. If it's under the luck, you 100% have smelling salts. I want to leave that to chance. I don't want to skip.
I do not.
You do not. There's no smelling salts.
Oh, I
do love the idea of smelling salts in Mass Effect, though. That's genius.
No need. I have something in my bag, and I search around my purse and just pull a little bit of perfume. Spritz it in his face.
Okay, you know what? You don't have to roll for that, because yes, you would 100% have perfume. What's the scent?
Oh, it's pure ambergris. It's not even like processed. It's just pure whale vomit.
Where did you? Jesus Christ!
My favorite.
That's even going through my filters.
Yeah, you spray that. Everyone has a reaction, including our Sorry. He was just like, "Oh dear God, no! Oh, never! Nope! I never."
Why are you offended? It resembles Elcor hormones very well. It's an aphrodisiac.
For you.
There are some things you don't forget in life, and that is one of those smells. And they look at you with a very pinched nose, like, "Be very proud. It's a great smell, just not to my taste. I'm sorry."
Thank you. Affirmative.
I'm gonna go check
that guy on the ground who you knocked out, Krogan knocked out. They immediately like,
There's a typhoon. The N7 typhoon is immediately pointing. It's like, don't do nothing dumb, friend. I left you alive for a reason.
I wanted to do this roll because I thought it'd be funny. They failed that roll. They immediately take their helmet, like they take off the helmet and they just like, and they completely just upchuck all over the floor. Like, oh God, no, never. Just and they're just letting their stomach have a moment.
You hatchling.
They are Cerberus, so not Krogan.
Oh, I thought you said Cerberus Krogan.
No, I said Cerberus. I said Cerberus.
I'm still calling him a hatchling.
Yeah, you can call him that. By all means, I figure you would. Yeah, it's like a human Cerberus operative.
I
It's
put my
no,
foot on.
Fix.
oh, I'll do anything. Just never, please. Oh.
I think the young lady would like to have a word with you.
Sorry. Walks up. This person's kind of lying on the ground because they would clearly not be standing after that. She kneels down, takes the pistol from her side, and just places it right under their chin. It's like, start talking. And if I don't like your answers, that's the last form of disgustingness. You'll do this right here, right now. And you'll answer any questions these wonderful, wonderful people have as well. Sounds good? And they don't say anything. They just look at her, up at her and nod their head. It's like, what do you want? And she and our sorry just looks at the four of you like, you got questions?
What's Cerberus doing on this damn rock?
Reconnaissance mission.
Reconnaissance for what?
Finding the weak points in this damn rock and seeing where we can slowly but surely find a way in.
With dangerous intent, what investment does Cerberus have in Omega?
This is weird. They give you a smile, which after upchecking, that's just weird. But they give you a smile. And they're like, I mean, who wouldn't love to have this place as a nice little base of operations on the outer areas? Especially when the Citadel can't do anything out here.
Oh. So.
The Asari's cocking the gun much harder into their face after they said that.
Yeah, I wouldn't pick a fight with her. Are you all responsible for this? And kind of points back to the dead body.
No, that my they look at you, they look at her, and they're like, my boss for this mission is the one who did that. We were sent as a cleanup crew.
Ooh, that's always a bad job.
Ah,
Sorry, you
man,
pulled
that's
that.
not- Yeah. Where's your boss?
I have no idea.
Oh,
Ooh.
fuck you. Fuck
Ooh.
you.
No, no.
You already
You
know.
all want to make a check on that by all means. Human perception.
Well, that's paramedic.
23.
No, that's a paramedic. That's not the right roll.
Oh, paramedic. Okay. I mean, this game is
All right.
That's
16?
yeah.
16. Yeah, 16.
14.
I love when a player's just like, fuck you, I'm rolling that. It's like, damn straight, you should. That's a great thing to roll for. 16, 14,
What's
12.
under that
okay.
social?
Yeah, social is where it's under.
Yeah, socials. Yep. It's weird because human perception is not normal perception. It's basically, it's cyberpunk insight.
Yeah.
12, 12, 14, 16. 14, 12, and 12, you feel like, okay, they don't know shit. 16, yeah, they're clearly not giving the full picture. So they know. You look at them and they're like, why are you it's like, why are you lying? You know exactly where they are.
Oh, exactly. Just in that, she takes a step closer. One of just looks at him with those beady, unyielding eyes. You and I both know this is not how the script goes. Tell us where your boss is, or I will show you the full strength of an Elcor woman.
Well, one GM like, fuck yeah.
Also,
When you know-
I was gonna say that.
No,
Do
you
you
go.
remember? Do you remember the 21st century old school television called The Boys and Homegirl? Yeah, your head's about to look like that. Trust me.
I've heard of a curious human ritual where heads were placed under elephant feet. Imagine what I could do to yours with my own manicured feet.
Are you sure you want to get that color?
I think I would look great in a chartreuse,
That's-
maybe even a green.
Yeah. Yeah, fair.
As you say that, like in mid-sentence, Arasari takes the gun away from under their chin and just fires a shot out completely, and it makes like the loudest noise possible. And then she puts it back under, and it's like the equivalent of like you just had a very hot, like you've made the end. This is such a weird word of phrase, so I apologize. The end of the gun is now like really hot because you just turned off the thermal clip basically, and she's now like putting it right under their chin, and they kind of let out the most annoyed wince, like, I will shoot again if you don't say and give them their info. Now start talking. Who sent you and where are they? And please, you don't want to be underneath their foot. I don't think they need that color. It would be, no offense, I don't think that color would suit you.
No offense taken. French tips suit me. I just lift up a foot and it's like prettily and sparkling.
You didn't. That's actually the Krogan's actually impressed. He's like, you didn't break it down. God damn.
I do. I may not do my own stunts, but I know my way around a set. Wink, nudge.
I love that wink and nudge has to be said. That makes me so
They're
happy.
so slow moving, they have to.
I know, it makes me so happy. I love Elcor so much. This operative just looks up at all of you, is still wincing from this smoking barrel that's literally burning a little circle into their chin. It's like, okay, fine. Just get this, take the pistol off. That really hurts. It's like, fine. And now she just points it straight at him. Talk. Our boss is not here. We're supposed to rendezvous with them at one of the, it's like an abandoned Eclipse shipping container area. We're supposed to rendezvous with them, tell them the job's been cleaned up and it's been, make Aria look bad.
Excellent. Make that phone call, friend. Let
No,
them know
but
you're on the way. Oh, go ahead. My fault.
Who are they?
That's the thing. I don't know if the name I was given is their actual name.
A name, some name.
Name is a name. They just told me their name was Maya. Maya.
Human.
Human. I mean, yeah, human.
A Cerberus human.
Minus that. And when you say that, they look up at the Sasari like, that said, we've had stranger things happen in the past few months with non-humans among us. But yeah, they're at this, they like immediately, they're like, if you let me, can I move my hands? And they probably like, Sasari lets them, or you let them, and they immediately just, you get a deets immediately on your Omni tool, Mora, pointing out the exact location that they were supposed to meet up with this person at. We're supposed to be there in the next 30 minutes.
Damn, that's quite a time crunch.
Yeah, they're a real stickler for timing.
We should probably get moving.
Makes sense to me.
We're done here.
Like candles in the wind. Let us go into the sunset now, cowboy.
Cool. He lifts up his giant boot and goes directly on top of his head. Conversation was getting boring anyway.
Question for that. Is the intent to knock them out or completely KO them?
Oh, he's a Krogan. He's killing them. He hates Cerberus.
Yes, they're dead.
With a passion. It's a if it was any other,
all of you see that are sorry, doesn't say anything. They're just like, I would have done the same.
Maybe the
I'm going to this location. If you want to follow, by all means. Having backup is always appreciated.
Nauseated. Give me a moment. Blood makes me ill, and she'll just lean against a wall.
Oh, and she's like, sure.
You've been to my fights.
Yes, and I take smelling salts with me. Excuse me a moment before I make myself look less of a lady. And she just covers her little tentacled mouth.
So wait a minute. Like as we're walking away, and he walks up next to your character, Finn. He's like, so wait a minute. She has smelling salts, but didn't have them here and decided to spray us with vomit. Okay.
Look, You're welcome to question her methods as much as I do. They do get results from time to time.
Shit, woke him up.
Walking
Oh.
up. Suggestive. They certainly did get results. Wink. And walking.
Really, dude. Like, I know this really cool, like, human chick that like, very flexible. Likes Turians.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I'm gonna say drama messages you. Okay, Rod? It's like, boss, did you get the info you were looking for? We were at the markets and we were only able to find, and they tell you the exact same thing you already found out an hour ago.
Yeah. I'll have to roll for this to see how long it takes for them to get there. But he'll give the he'll send the deets over to them, and just like,
Yep.
yeah, we found some more info. Things are gonna get pretty hot. Gonna need backup.
When you say that, you see a shot of Riz, their face just smiles like, oh, I'm on it, ready for some action.
Because he's been in
I
this.
was like, got it, boss.
He clicks off, and in his muffled helmet, he's like, "I'm sure y'all have been had plenty of action here recently." As he just keeps walking down the hallway.
Yep.
Let's see. Roll back up. Okay.
During that,
8.
so does that mean? Okay, I gotta remember this.
Yeah, you got. I got to look it up. Continue on. I'll look it up. I have the rule book.
Yeah,
up.
look it up for me. Before you all leave, this Asari takes a moment to just again look at the body that's been shot. Not the Cerberus ones, the one that was already in there. Kind of uses their Omni tool to do like a clean sweep just to make sure, and it's just like, God, yep, nothing. All right, and then she does the same thing over the Cerberus operative, and just hilariously has a moment of looking at you, Mora, as they have the Omni tool go over the Cerberus operative, and it's like there's like a security lock, and they just humorously look at you and then look back at the tool. They're like, that's such an easy thing to hack. And they just press one button, and immediately all this data just goes right into the Omni tool. It's like, I love when things are that simple. Who are because I'm awful at this. Names? What are your names? Points at you, Selena. Your name? I'm sorry, I don't. You seem to think I need to know who you are, and I'm sorry I don't. I apologize. There's a lot of people I need to know.
I am none other than Selena. Surely you have seen my film, Bride of Dracula, in space.
That's when they have a very eyes wide open moment where it's like, huh, interesting. Yes, I do know you. That was a very
I showed my
intriguing film.
epithelial folds in that film. I would hope you remember.
She just looks at you as like, yes, you did. That was an eye-opening experience. Things I did
Someone
not
else go,
expect
I
tonight,
can't
but that
deal
was the
with
best
it.
sentence ever. That's my favorite thing said tonight. Then she looks at at you, Mora, like, name.
Mora Sines was Toben, but Mora is just fine.
She takes a long second looking at you. Like, do you know anyone who's Vas Normandy or Vas Nima?
Names, that's a very popular ship, so most likely. They're very tech related.
I'll leave it at that. No more info needed. Looks at Arturian. Name?
Dalus Capiponas, but just Dalus.
Looks at our Krogan's like, I could have your name, but I can also just call you Big Fist. You punch really hard.
He smiles. He pulls his riot helmet up, and he just smiles, and he's like, "Ergnot." But most people just call me Rad.
Got connections with Rex?
If the old man can actually put the thing back together, I might come back. I haven't decided yet.
You make her stop in place. Just like, interesting. Huh. And then they walk right out of the room. Before they fully walk out, expecting the four of you to follow, it's like, you can call me Little Wing for now.
Is
They just walk out of the room.
Little Wing it is.
I have a vehicle that I can get for you, unless you already have a ride.
We should probably use her vehicle.
Yeah. Well,
Disgruntled, I suppose.
It's less conspicuous.
unless David can get one that's not gold in like 5 seconds.
Maybe armored.
Yeah. The dark color blends in.
I will
She'll
say,
just start
if you
tapping away
want-
on her phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, what is an interesting roll to see if that's possible? Ooh, it's like some form of connections. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make this more fun. Roll your make a roll that is your roll ability. I'm gonna use charismatic impact because I just think that's fun. Oh god!
Oh, that's a crit!
Nice.
Oh yeah, yeah. The exact thing everyone's asking for. Like, can you please get something that's discreet and not, oh my god, notice me? Which all I can think is Navi from Legend of Zelda. Be like, hey, listen,
Yeah.
I'm right here. You immediately, David's like, don't worry about it, boss. I got it. And somehow you're like, how did you?
I need the controversy on Twitter special.
And that's like the lingo where they're like, oh, right on it, boss. And you immediately have, what does it look like? Is it like just a completely just regular looking vehicle? Describe it to me.
It looks like it's maybe like 5 years out of date, middle class, very scuffed black. But as you get closer, someone with a trained eye would recognize there are hidden compartments all over this thing. And those could turn into armor, weapons. Fuck around and find out. But the inside is very nice. It has cashmere just head to toe. No champagne, though.
Oh,
It looks exactly like that. I'm just now going to refer to them as they said. Little Wing walks out. It's like, discreet. Nice. I'm going to say, though, because the other vehicle is still there, because I think that's just funny, because I think David's able to just call it and get the car. The gold-plated one, that is completely, like, literally, it's gold-plated, because, yes, you would totally ride in a gold-plated car. Who wouldn't? That seems awesome. They just look at it like, wait, you came here in that?
Obvious. Of course I did.
Doesn't say anything, goes to the other vehicle, opens it up, takes a seat. Shall we?
Let's go.
Let's finish this act.
All of you get in. Vehicle takes off. Does that like, and then zooms off. It's a much longer ride than you expect, like, which isn't saying a lot because I'm assuming like the way I've always interpreted is like vehicles can go pretty fast in Mass Effect, so like who knows how, like it's not like, oh, this is taking forever. It's more like it's like 15 minutes later you eventually get to the exact location. Vehicle drops down. I'm intrigued to know what you were rolling for, so you can tell me that in a minute, buddy. Vehicle drops down. You walk outside the front of entrance of what looks like in sort of abandoned shipping area, like that clearly has Eclipse logos here and there. And she gets out, looks at the Eclipse logos, like, figures, the mechs, makes sense. Looks at the four of you as you all one by one get out. I don't know what's in there waiting for us, but whatever firearms or stuff you got, just be ready. Things tend to get explosive when it's with me.
Dramatic tone. You know what they say, Little Wing? Live fast, leave a pretty corpse, and level my crossbow.
Or live a long time and leave still a pretty corpse, but okay.
My corpse will be prettier than yours any day, Krogan.
See, I thought we were making a rapport here. I saved your life, and then you're with the snarkiness again.
Now you see why I didn't stick around.
I love you, but like, have you ever thought that the controversies that you might be the problem? Just, you know,
They just can't handle all this woman.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, she already knows my thoughts. Anyway,
I don't need to know y'all's
Can
thoughts.
we move on, please? I swear, that's fucking bullshit.
I'm shocked that you answer our calls every single time. Really, seriously, girl. I thought you'd be gone by now.
to be fair, it was a certain individual that called all of us. It wasn't like we called Nora just out of
That
the
is fair.
blue.
You know,
Little Wing takes a second to laugh as you're all having this moment. It's like, you all remind me of a crew I used to do work with. And then they walk right into the warehouse. It's
do we
abandoned.
now? He says
Yeah,
that out
a lot
loud.
of weird
Do we now?
yeah, a lot of weird personalities coming together. You'd be shocked at how much they meshed very well. You walk in, it's abandoned. Like there's no one in here working. It's just shipping container after shipping container after shipping container. And it's about hitting that point where that Cerberus person said, like, 30 minutes from now, show up. You walk out into what looks like an open area that has containers here and there, like 3 very specific lanes to walk down. And once again, all of you roll evasion.
Also, to answer your question on what I was rolling, my backup's not showing up.
Oh no!
You have to. If I'm reading the rule right, you have to roll lower than your rank, and then you roll a d6. And if I rolled an 8, you're a 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would find it really interesting if they got shot down on the way in. Like they survived, but they got shot down on the way in. Like I look and I'm like, that's my fucking shuttle.
Nobody look at my roll, please.
I'm sorry, I noticed
we'll
it.
keep
And I feel bad.
We'll keep stalling.
Just need the roll from our Krogan for evasion.
Oh nope, that's initiative.
I love that. 25. Jesus. Okay then. God.
I'll
damn.
take the hit again.
Okay.
I'll be a little more generous with this. A shot goes out. Our Krogan, you immediately just like duck for cover. Perfectly do that. Because like you hear a shot, you're like, fuck that noise. Just to be blunt about it, you would say that.
That would sounded like a large caliber.
Yeah. Dallas, you do the same thing because you also recognize that's a large caliber round that just went off. Duck for cover. Our Quarian, you also do it. You probably hit a piece of cover a little harder than you mean to. You don't take any damage. Our Elcor, you don't duck for cover because you're just kind of like, that's a really loud noise. And you don't get hit, but you stand your ground. And it's one of those moments where the other 3 probably just look at you like, you just stood there and didn't do anything, but you also didn't get hit, which is magnificent. I will say though, because I think this is more funny for a one, you did stand there, but you're also now noticing where you're standing. It's not like pristine or clean. It's filthy. So like your pristinely colored nails are now just filthy.
Despairing cry. No, I paid 2,000 credits for this.
You paid too much.
1, that's insane. 2, get out of the kill box.
A moment, please. I must mourn. And
Nope,
she
mourn
slowly
later.
makes her way over.
As you do that, Little Wing puts up like a protective shield of sorts in front of you. And it's like, I will figure that out later. I promise. They can be cleaned up. Just get into cover.
1,000 credits for some nails?
Shrieking squawk. Do you know how hard it is to find a tech who works on L-cores?
No, I don't.
My favorite thing by so many miles.
Can we focus on the task at hand? Not to pull a book out of Mora's library, but we might be getting shot at.
Little Wing doesn't pull her gun out. She kind of summons like a lot of biotic energy and just throws something off into the distance that hits a container nearby. And it sounds like how our Krogan punches. It sounds like someone got something got punched that hard. Like it's that level. Like, oh, this person ain't messing around. They're either pissed off or they are able to wield that kind of energy. And then like another shot before that went off, and now it's just dead silent after 2 large noises have happened. And then you just hear a voice that's not any of you or her that just says, "Come out, show your faces. I want to know who I'm dealing with."
Fuck you, bitch! No, you just shot at us.
I love you so much, Casey. It's like, come, fine. And you can hear the distinctive noise of whatever they were holding has been dropped. Let's talk. Who are you? You're clearly not my operatives.
Please let me get recognized if I come out. A gesture of peace, and I walk out. But I do like the cartoon thing where it's like one leg, there's a garter on it, and then the rest of me comes out.
I'm so happy.
You're so extra.
You walk out. No shot goes off when you go out. They stick to their word. You don't see them yet, though.
Can I try to find them with a sniper rifle scope?
Yeah. Give me a... Ooh. This is going to sound weird, but I kind of want to do this. And maybe this is the wrong thing, but I think it's fun. Give me a shoulder arms roll.
Okay.
Or even... Actually, no, wait. Casey, because you can help me with this. Tactics makes more sense, I feel like.
Yes, tactics
Yeah.
would make the most sense on that one.
Roll tactics.
Tactics? Okay. Okay. 27.
Jesus Christ. I love when people
I did get a
crits,
crit.
and I'm like, I can't say no to you. That's great. You take the sniper scope, look it out. You see as our wonderful Selena walks out, you see another figure farther off, maybe about like 30 meters away, just slowly pops their head out. They are, because you have a better look at them, they are dressed in Cerberus ops. So like that, think like Miranda's in 2. It's like this white and black coloring. Dark black hair. Darker skin as well. They just walk out. They don't have their hands up or anything. They just slowly strut forward, almost like they're in like a film noir, like a femme fatale role. Just they feel like they're totally in control of the situation. But you have your scope out at them. Like, who are you people? Why are you here? And then our sorry little wing pops out. And you're like, it figures you'd show up. Great.
Is it who I think it is, Nate, from a particular DLC?
No
As a
comment.
player.
They walk out. Both of them now have like this wonderful moment where both just stare at each other. And the 4 of you now are just like, what the fuck's going on?
I would like to roll stealth to try to get around as a Krogan.
Please, I'd love that. Especially with a Krogan.
Yeah. I mean, is there any way I could assist? Since look, the camera loves
Yeah,
me.
no, what? I will allow that. They will assist you. You can get a +1 on your roll.
You know, maybe I like walk right over what's it called? A vent as I'm approaching. It recreates my iconic scene from Bond in Space 1, where the dress goes up, and I'm, oh, apologies. I am indecent, coquettish tone.
I love that so much. Yeah, give me that stealth roll. I'm gonna go off of what happens with that first and foremost.
13. Well, 12, but you said I get a +1 if it.
It's 13. Selena, you get in the way where, oh my god, I'm so bad with it. K-Rad, you try to go by, and what happens is very quickly, you don't need to roll anything else on this. The person who's calling you out, you just see that they immediately grab a pistol from their side and shoot right where you're about to step. It's like, no sneaking. I want you
about this typhoon, and it's like, well, I mean, we can go, we can be about it.
We're gonna talk first, but no sneaky Krogan. That's not happening.
Y'all better talk quick.
Can I sabotage that pistol?
Yeah, try it.
Okay.
I'm always going to say yes to stuff like that because I like nothing more than anything I come up with to be ruined.
Any I gotta double check if there's anything.
If you're going to do sabotage, security, and tech check.
Is there anything benefits from being an actual tech / engineer or just security tech?
Good question.
Let me double check. Let me double check.
I don't think so.
Yeah, let's double check that.
Because I do have the actual sabotage power as an engineer.
No, not Gmail.
The ultimate sabotage in tech. Nothing more sabotaging than Google Suite.
Tell me why my computer's fan kicked off into overdrive as soon as I opened up my Gmail. I was like, "Hey, you're playing a video game
I mean,
now."
it happens to me too.
I'm like,
I
my
open up Google
friend.
Docs or Google Sheets. I'm like, oh, there's the fan noise. Great.
No.
As you're doing this, our sorry one by one takes a step forward. They're not afraid. They clearly don't have any fear with this person. It's like, and they're just kind of standing in between you guys and them a little bit. Not by a lot, but just a little bit. I will wait for this to look in because I want to make sure too, because I do not want to just say yes.
Nope, it's just an electronic security. But if it's successful,
Yeah.
weapon shorts out. So
Yeah.
no worries.
I will say with engineer, because I'll allow this to be fun, you can add your roll ability into that, the number.
Are you sure
Yeah.
you want to do that?
Yes.
Yeah, do it. I'm okay with chaos.
Okay.
Again, screw up the things I do. I love that. Yeah.
26.
Fuck yeah, I love that. They immediately, you do that. They don't even see you do that because you're probably just popping out right as you do this, and their gun immediately starts going off the like haywire, and it goes flying out of their hands. It lands actually much farther ahead than they thought, and you see it now clear as day. It is the exact gun I described that was sold at Omega Markets, a M358 Talon, which I feel like, just for fun, those of us who've played the games, that's the main pistol most Cerberus operatives use.
It killed
And she just kind of doesn't even, she just shrugs it off. It's like, fine, you can talk as long as you want. Who sent you? Also, where are my two men that were supposed to meet here?
One split in half and the other one's a pace. So
To be fair, they earned it.
Fucking
maybe they
crook.
should have. Fuck you, bitch.
Just as a point of order, you are here killing people for what reason?
Destabilization.
You know it's not
Take
going to
the
work
people
out.
who are the most vocal that people like, remove them from the playing field, put the blame on someone else, causes confusion, can cause chaos. This is a very fragile rock. People are easily swayed if you move the chess pieces just right.
This is I don't want to say you're wrong, but I don't think you fully encapsulate how Omega works. Like cool chess pieces, high level theoretics, and all this other cool stuff. It's still people caring about people. And like ultimately, they're gonna keep sticking with people that care about each other. So like, are you sure this is gonna work out in your favor? Just questioning.
Little Wing walks forward. It's like, is that why you took out 4 of my contacts on here to prevent this information getting out? It's like, well, I mean, nothing is better than messing with the Shadow Broker herself.
Mora just goes,
No, that's just fun.
Oh, so my contacts were right about what you've been doing over there in that planet of yours.
Arasari just turns around, doesn't say anything, just gives you a look, then looks back at this person named Maya, supposedly. It's like, there's only one way out of here. It's like, yeah, and I'm going to get away scotch-free. And the person who's the Cerberus person takes a second to just quickly move their hand, and thank you, Casey, for this. Visually, what happens is, kind of out of nowhere, you see 3 things fly in. On the left and right lane, and there will be a map in a second, 2 Loki mechs get dropped. And then in the center, a much bigger package gets dropped that you're kind of shocked by because you're like, there's no way they had access to this, but clearly they did. A giant Ymir mech just drops down in the middle. And right as it drops, our Asari, our Shadow Broker. Yes, Sven.
Since I've had this sniper rifle trained on her, as she goes to do this, is there
Oh, yeah,
any
you can take a
chance I
shot.
could,
I'm gonna allow
could
that.
beat her to the punch and not let her finish using her multi-tool?
Oh, I did not think about that. You know what? Do that. I will allow that.
Okay.
This is like this did not happen on stream, but Casey did this to me in a game once. Like, can I call Max Tax just to see if they'll take care of the situation? And you beat the DV by like 2, and I was just like, you know what? That's great because we've been playing for 4 hours, and that's a perfect way to capstone.
Do you want me to roll an initiative roll or roll an attack roll?
Roll an attack roll.
Okay.
Crit. Come
Because
on, crit.
It'll give you the main die roll, and then it'll give you the damage at the bottom.
The question more asking to see if I can shoot her faster than she can use the Omni tool. That's the only reason I'm
Yeah, and
asking.
I will say, you know what? Here's what you can do. I'll give you 2 options because this makes more sense. You can do it as a regular attack roll, which for your DV to hit, because you have a sniper rifle and you have a good enough distance, the technical number would be 20 that you need to get over.
Sure.
Or if you want to play with chaos, you can also make it an aimed shot where you then -8. But if you hit, I will say you hit their arm where the device is, and it immediately just destroys that device.
Playing with fire here.
It's always the fun trade-off because it's always like aim shots are cool, but then it's technically -8 no matter what the roll is. I did not think about that, by the way. That's how much I did not plan that part ahead.
I'm just thinking.
I love chaos. I think you should do it. I'm all for it. Whatever you decide to do, I say go for it because that's a cool idea. I'm not going to say no. I'm still fixated on our Elcor having perfectly defined nails that are colored. That's just an amazing detail, and I wish that was in the games. And I know that someone's probably modded that. Yeah, and I bet someone has made a mod of that, and I hope they have.
Downside
Also,
is I would
or Bride of Dracula. Actually, her sequel is The Bride of Frankenstein.
You can also dump all your luck into that.
That's fair. I could.
Yeah,
why not?
We're gonna
roll a crit for an aim shot to the arm. I'm gonna spend 5 points of luck, which will modify this roll by 5.
Oh god.
And then it'll be a -3 at the end of this roll.
Yep.
Trying to look for a 20.
Yep. Oh no, that's a crit fail.
Sure.
On the 1. But I love that. You take a second to line the shot up. And maybe it's just because you have this faint moment where you're like, wait, what's going on? And then you see the 3 things fly in, and it's just, you get distracted by that, and the shot misses it by a lot. It goes off. Everyone hears the shot go off, but it misses completely. I will say this because I feel like this is fun now. If you want, I will let you take a second shot because I feel like the way guns work in this game, you can easily try to take a second shot. I'll be nice. I will even do a nicer thing, which is if you take a second shot, I will even make it where it's not -8, it's -6. This is the only other attempt I'll give on it because after that, they're going to run away. They're going to fully book it.
Sure, why not?
I was like, swing for the fences.
Yeah, I'm giving it such a devil's bargain that I know it's not Blades in the Dark, but we're doing this because it's more fun for the story.
All right. Well, fired both shots in rapid succession.
Oh my god.
One misses wildly.
You went from a fail to a crit.
Yeah. And the other one is a 31 -6 for 25.
Oh, I hate this so much. I love this and hate it. I can say that.
Look, we played with fire.
Describe how you line this. I want you to just tell. I want you, because this is always more fun, and I never want to take this creatively away from someone when they get rolls like this. I want you to both describe the first shot and ignore everything I said. I want you to describe how the first shot misses, and then I want you to describe how the second shot you somehow hit that device.
So I think it's the traditional.
Taylor's gonna be so mad, by the way.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Taylor. This is going to be like a traditional for the gun nerds, of which I ascribe to. It is a traditional hammer pair, 2 quick rapid fire pulls, and you use the recoil to your advantage to aim higher. And so he's fully expecting to hit on the arm and then hit the head, but the sight line, it's not perfect. So he ends up missing just ever so slightly. We see the shot ricochet off of the crate that she's kind of next to as it goes. It's too far down and too far left, but the recoil takes it up to where that second shot slams into the Omni tool and goes, I would say, 17 points of damage. That is armor piercing damage.
Oh, that actually skips. Oh God, what's armor? Because I always forget that. That actually bypasses a little bit of their armor, and I'm going to say just because you got a crit on this, and it's more fun story-wise, you break through their shield, and it goes right through their arm.
Yeah,
and you just hear them scream out loud, like, I'm not going to shout "fuck," but they basically say that. It's I don't want to be loud, but it's like
it is.
Yeah, and all of you then see the hilarity that is, and I'm actually going to do something because to me, cause and effect. Can all of you roll evasion again? Because what happens is those 3 things carrying the 3 things that fly in. 2 of them are carrying a Loki mech, and 1 is the big boy. Because I just want to call it a big boy. They fly in. You hit her Omni tool. Those things immediately stop following the path that they're on trajectory wise, and they just kind of drop the packages in midair. So your evasion rolls to see if you avoid getting not so much hit by these, but these things when they land, they don't land correctly. They immediately there's going to be an explosion.
Yeah, shrapnel will go in places. So
yeah, and I will be rolling something if you don't. Oh no, Casey. I just need one more roll from I think, or maybe did I miss it? Nope.
No, we need
Selena's.
Yeah.
Or Selena's. I kept saying Selena. Sorry, Selena's. My fingers are crossed so much right now. Oh no.
Oh
okay.
no.
Here's what I will say happens in this chaos, because again, I have another game ending where someone gets an amazing crit roll, and I'm just like, fuck, there goes my whole idea. Which, it's fine. We'll talk about it after. For our Corian Mora and our Turian dailies, you both see this about to happen. You take that shot, you look up, and then notice immediately the things that were being held on by those flying in drone devices, they immediately let go, and it's like, oh, fuck. Run, because no matter where that hits, you're not sure what's in the containers and packages in front of you. You just assume like whatever's going to happen, it's not going to be subtle. This is going to get very loud. The thing that's interesting is as you're running away, you notice Yarasari, who again, shadow broker, because yes, that's fun. They don't stand still. They don't even stay on your side. They immediately see what's happening in real time and they book it because they notice the person who you shot clean through the arm is already running away to a different door. And they're just not thinking about you guys in this moment. They're like, nope, they have my data. I want what I came for. And they immediately book it to the point where you can tell they're running because all this biotic energy is making them shimmer and glow right now as they're charging forward. Not like a Vanguard, but it's just enough where you're like, oh, I can see where they're going. It's like a little light, like a nightlight going off into the distance. Arturian and Corian, you see that one of the Loki mechs goes flying right near both of you, and you both immediately duck out of the way. For our Krogan, Kaden, and our wonderful actress Elcor, Selena, the big boy gets dropped off, and it's one of those you see something in slow motion tumbling in the air majestically before you're like, oh, this is about to be a train wreck. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. I want you each to do me a fun thing. I want you to both individually just on roll 20, roll 3d6. And I'm going to combine the numbers you both get, and that's how much damage this thing is going to cause as it explodes, because it hits a container that causes it to just...
Oh, thank God I rolled like bullshit.
Nice job.
Okay, 20. Deduct that. So actually, no, your shields are up, so your shields and armor take it. So you both have a point where it's the opposite of cool guys don't look at explosions. You see the explosion. Your shield fully helps you take it. Your armor is like, you're fine. I'm going to say maybe you get a chipped nail, Soleno. Just one nail gets chipped. It's annoying because it's maybe your favorite one that was done.
It had the cute
yeah,
little
you have
gem
this-
on it. It was so nice.
Yeah, and it's like the gem was not cheap. We'll be honest about it. It was very expensive. You now have a point where all four of you realize that explosion was very loud. The two of you who took the brunt of that, you're fine. You're not hit as bad as you were. But also, you have a thing where you can now sense that there is a very small fire getting bigger and bigger. Do you stay in the building or get the fuck out of Dodge?
This is an ezo dump. We should probably leave
Yeah,
now.
we gotta go.
Yeah.
With enthusiasm. Let's fucking get out of here.
Do you tell David, get the vehicle ready?
Oh yes, that is like the most frantic like pulling up on her little like Omni tool. Get us out of here, David. I will fucking kill you if I die.
And
You only
David's
have a
immediately
move of 4, right?
yeah, I was gonna say you only have a move of 4, right? Or 2?
Can I have a
4. I need help. I need to be.
okay, so I have
Yeah.
a body of 12. Can I just pick her
Okay.
up and run?
Yeah, I'm going to allow this because the thing I was almost going to have you do is roll evasion again because the second Loki mech is now tumbling near you. But I'm going to say you pick up the Elcor, which for the other two, you're just like, God damn it, that's impressive. Like, you just don't ever see that nowadays.
Yeah.
Just go figure. The building immediately, you start noticing that second Loki mech hit something. And then that building, once you get out the front door, it just erupts into flames. Because, as you said, you perfectly called it out, there were EZO containers in there, and it's far more flammable than you realize when you think about it. And it just... Which then you're now left wondering, what happened to the Asari? What happened to this Cerberus operative? It's a great question. As you get in the vehicle, do you go directly to get in touch with Aria about all this? What do you do?
Did we park near the Asari's vehicle, Little Wings? Can't remember.
Yeah, well, the vehicle you took was the one that was the more conspicuous
Yes.
gold one.
But
Yeah.
Asari also took a vehicle there.
No, she took the same vehicle as all of you.
Oh, okay, then. Do we want
My
to
bad.
stick around and wait or no?
Well, I can call my backup real quick and be like, hey, last known position, Liara Tassoni's on station. Find and track her down.
And you get an immediate response because you're like, well, wrong. It's multiple messages. Wait, what? For real? Like, seriously? Okay, on it, immediately booking it. Also, sorry we weren't there in time. And then they cut the message off, immediately get going.
Yeah. He sits down and looks at the fire and is like, that's going to cost us.
Yeah.
This can't hit the internet. I will never work another set again.
Well, this is why we came in the inconspicuous car, not the fancy car.
Now I understand that. Now I must tweet thoughts and prayers.
No, don't tweet anything.
No, not that. Never that. Never that.
Don't tweet anything. That means that you
Don't
were here.
send anything to the extranet when shit hasn't even been discovered that it happened yet. Shit is still
David
burning.
chimes in saying, ma'am, I would probably not do that right now. Just hold off until we're certain. Safety first.
Defeated sigh. Very well. Maybe at least get a 40 piece of earth hen nuggets. I'm very tired.
Before you know what, you don't even have to like ask for that. There's already a container of it in the back for you because David's just like, oh, I know what you need when you're stressed, when you're ready for it, or you're stressed, or you're just hungry. It's late at night. I got you. And your favorite drink's already back there too with it. Do you go back to the afterlife to talk to Aria or talk to the Batarian who said they'll be your point man?
Feels like a reasonable next step.
As I mentioned, you walk back in that bar. It's that Giallo red because it's the best kind of red. It's great. That Batarian's standing guard. You don't see Aria up on the loft. The Batarian's just standing there like, oh, that was a lot quicker than I thought. You got information for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cerberus is trying. The Cerberus is doing a probing exercise.
Yeah.
One of their, yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
For real?
Well, I mean, Liara Tassoni's here also. So I would say,
They give you a very weird, wide-eyed look, which is fascinating from a Batarian with that many eyes. And they don't even call them up. They're just like, follow me. We're going straight to Aria with this.
I figured as much.
As that happens, all of you on your Omni tools or whatever device you use for communication, you get a message. It says, I'm fine. Got my data. Thanks for the help. And there's 2,000 credits that have been shipped straight to you. That just says from LT.
Will message back operative removed? Question mark?
No. Slipped away.
Noted.
Let Aria know. And you also get, for you specifically, because you're messaging back, she's like, also present this to Aria. It should get you a good bonus. And it's all the data she was compiling on these people who had been snooping around Omega, finding all this information about Cerberus. And with that, job well done, guys. That's where we're going to end it. What's funny is I wrote this and then I was doing research and then I'm like, oh, this actually is shit that could have possibly happened canon-wise in the game because there's stuff in the comics that kind of go into this a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But also I wanted to just do my own thing. And then I was like, oh, I just uncovered this thing I didn't know about. Great.
I mean, you basically, I kind of started piecing it together. Why did you bring that bitch in, though? Why it had to be her?
All right.
Because I like her.
I was like, I was going to body
Because
her.
in my opinion, if you're going to deal with someone who's Cerberus, it's totally people. But also that was just random happenstance. I had no idea that was a character until I started writing this and was doing more research. I'm being completely honest. I had no idea. Because I still haven't read the comics. I'm behind on that.
Well, she's in the Earth.
Yeah, she's in 3 too. I always forget,
she's
which
in
was
3.
another thing because you're gonna make fun of me. I still have yet to play that DLC.
Yeah, mood.
I'm very behind. I'm a bad person. I've played 3. I never got to play Citadel. With that, we're gonna go around one by one. Tell us who you are, who you played, where we can find you, and what you got coming up in the next month or so. Whatever you decide to promote, please promote it because I want to make sure people find you. So we'll start once again with Fen.
Hey, I'm Fen. I've been playing Daedalus. I'm the person who has once again thwarted multiple plans in this universe because I wanted to be special, TM. You can find me at Fettuccini all over the internet, wherever you get your social medias. I have nothing really big to plug at the moment. So, yeah, I'll pass it off to people who have way cooler things.
Awesome. Next up, Abby.
Oh my goodness, Yate. I was Abby. I was also Celino tonight, your insufferable Elcor starlet, but you know you'll be watching her next time she's on the big screen. But if you want to see more of me playing with amazing crews like this one, you can find me at NFFAbby on Twitter and Instagram. I'm doing sensitivity reading, I'm doing consultations, but more importantly, I'm playing games with folks like Casey on this very channel, doing werewolf and doing more shenanigans. So just check me out on those websites if you want to see more indigenous nerdery on your side. Hagone.
I'm all I can think now, by the way, because I just wanted to add this. I feel like their next film is either Frankenstein or Bride of Frankenstein. I just want.
Oh, she absolutely is the Bride of Frankenstein, wig and all.
Yes. I BioWare, please make that happen. Next up, Casey.
Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Casey. I played your wrecking ball of a Krogan, Rad, K-Rad. You know, he just out here trying to live his best Krogan life, trying to keep his friends alive. You can find me here at HSC, where, again, like Abby said, I'll be playing Werewolf coming up here next week or this week. And then also I play in a show every Friday here that is called, and I have my calendar somewhere. Where did it go? Oh no. Failures. Google, you fail me. I'm here on Friday playing a wonderful game with a bunch of wonderful people. Come check it out. It's going to be awesome. Where it's basically Appalachian Scooby-Doo gang, at least the vibe that I'm getting from, combined with Eldritch Horror. And I'm playing basically a Cajun who's trying to keep voodoo from being really spread by people who probably shouldn't be doing it. I'll remember the name, or
The
it'll be
old
up.
gods.
It's not
I
Old
was
Gods of
thinking-
Appalachian. It's not Old Gods.
I got the same thing.
It's another game.
Okay.
The name has left me, and I feel horrible. If our producer remembers, and because I can hear them from the beyond space, that would be awesome. No, okay. And then and also I was the lead creator of Omega. Please download it and play it. It's fun, and there might be a Vision 4 or 5. And I think that's it for me.
And thank you for letting me run this, because again, it's what brought me to HSC. And finally, Miri.
I am Yuri. I'm Mirandemia on all platforms except Twitter. That one's real Mirandemia because someone stole my handle. I played Mora, who was Aquarian Biotic. Didn't really use much of the biotic part, but
I know.
it's fine. I forgot about it. But I have several games over on Lost Caravan. Next is going to be the second section of Monster of the Week, where I'm playing a priest in love with a demon. It's going to be good. And then there's going to be Thirsty Sword Lesbians and Pathfinder, and this should be fun.
I found
I
the
love
game.
all- Oh, it's
Sigil and Shadow. I was tripping. Ran by Bobby. So I'm super excited.
awesome. And hello, my name is Nate. I was our GM. It's funny. It's the second time I've had a session end where someone got a crit roll, and it completely changed what I was planning on doing. But also, I love that. Please screw up my plans always, because I never want what I write to actually happen. If you want, you can find me on Instagram at IndieNate, INDIENATE. I don't really have a lot to promote at the moment. There's stuff that's being worked on that might come out next month, but we'll see. A lot of it's fun post-apocalyptic 1950s stuff that I can't talk about because I'm still working it out in my head. Also, a lot of Boston accents. I apologize in advance. As always, thank you, HSC. You're a wonderful, delightful channel. Literally, I found this PDF for Omega Tales just scrolling through Twitter one day. I think it was a tweet Taylor put out, and I was just like, what is this? I need to read this. And I was like, oh my God, this is perfect. Like, this is a perfect mashup. So Casey, Taylor, Gavin, anyone else who wrote on this, worked on it. Great job, guys. You brought me to your channel, but also you wrote an amazing thing. Be very proud of it. And just thank you for letting me tell a story that completely got very interesting more and more as I started researching, and we're like, wow, I didn't realize a lot of this stuff is stuff that actually happened. Fascinating. So thanks for that. And with that, we'll see you next time. Be awesome to one another.
May all your rolls be crits.
Yes.